Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Sporty Show. It's another evening of Champions League football on this fine Tuesday night. I'm your host, Sara, as always, looking forward to maybe a big match tomorrow. But there are matches tonight that we need to get into, and I have a lovely group of people that are going to be watching these ones with me and with you as well. So let me introduce them. The man that's hoping that the big boys can bounce back after what was a horrific weekend, Mr. KlintonCod, in action against Kairat Almaty. The lady all the way from Paris, who also is looking forward to a specific match tomorrow as well, the lovely Nouha. Of course, Mukami has a lot on the line with Mikel Arteta and Arsenal, and apparently your parents are watching this evening. So hello to Mukami's parents as well, and of course, Mr. Alex Ashmore, who hates to see Jose Mourinho coming back to Stamford Bridge. We'll find out. How are we doing?
He's getting the win.
You're already saying
You're so pessimistic.
Sorry,
You're
let me
so pessimistic.
Hello, Mr. and Mrs. Wambura.
Wambora.
¿Cómo estás? Saying hello from Madrid. Yeah. She's been my biggest enemy on the show since she's been here. So,
Which one of them is the reason as to why you support Arsenal?
why did you just jump everything? Wait, like, I'm trying to see if I could reconcile something with the parents, like, at least so they're able to speak to their...
They'll be
What,
proud
slow?
of me.
Fam, give me my time, man. Oh, so this is the first
They've
time.
already fallen asleep.
I mean, they're at home, like...
Yeah, they're on the sofa there. Clinton's talking.
Whatever.
They'll be proud of me that I'm standing and representing Kenya.
Of course.
Even though you're trying to fight me the whole way. I'm still there. We're still there. I'm still here, Mom and Dad. I love you.
I love that. Clinton, your line.
Yeah, it's a very beautiful day the Lord has made. We shall rejoice because Real Madrid definitely will be bouncing back after a very horrific defeat by Atleti at the weekend. Hopefully, they're able to score at least 5 goals this evening, just to say a very big sorry to the fans, especially me, who's a very huge supporter of the big boys. So yeah.
Have you recovered since Saturday?
Definitely not. As you can see, I'm having to take a very hot tea and then water behind me somewhere. So it's to tell you how bad things have become.
I wasn't here yesterday, so I missed the
Oh yeah, I remember.
fallout.
Yeah, you were in here. Oh, was there a fallout yesterday?
Yeah, United,
Therapy session.
Madrid,
Chelsea.
I was
Yeah, because I mean, all my
in the
team-
Maldives.
Oh,
No, I wasn't. I was at the Metropolitano.
Yes, talking about how
The fact
Atletico
that
has
you-
been doing so well.
The fact
And
that you think they believe
Oh.
me is
Well,
my
no, I believe
biggest
it.
get
question.
him, Mukami. Actually, Mukami has words for you.
yeah, you were saying what about Atletico and about Diego Simeone? I think he's bought himself another decade as the coach of the club.
Watch them lose to Celta
Just
Vigo this
after
weekend.
giving the biggest win against Real Madrid in 50 years.
75 years.
75.
The first time they've scored 5 against Real Madrid in 75 years.
Look at that. The fans, they've never seen anything like this. Literally. I'm
Clinton
sure
has. I
some
think,
have.
were you alive
We did say
last
that
time?
yesterday as well. Nice one. Very good. All right, we do have to move along because we have 2 matches kicking off in just about 10 minutes' time, and one of them, Real Madrid in Kazakhstan this evening against Kairat Almaty. And, of course, Atalanta taking on Club Bruges. And guess who's starting this one? Yep, it's Ademola Lookman. Before we get into those lineups, let me quickly remind you guys of what's coming up this week on Sporty TV. We have tomorrow, Vissel Kobe and Melbourne City in the AFC Champions League, Moldova versus Portugal in the Euro Futsal U19, and Al Zahra versus Al Nassr and Cristiano Ronaldo. Thursday sees Real Madrid and Olympiacos in the Euro League. Friday, it's the road to Dubai in the PFL Champions Series. On Saturday, it's the J-League Urawa Red versus Vissel Kobe. In the EFL Championship, we have a back-to-back with Hull City versus Sheffield United, and then Watford taking on Oxford United. And in the Premier League this week, it is Arsenal taking on West Ham. We also have Frankfurt in action against Bayern Munich, Granada versus Real Sociedad B in La Liga Hypermotion, and we'll wrap it all up on Sunday with Kashima versus Gamba Osaka, Fiorentina versus Roma in the Serie A. In La Liga, we have Espanyol hosting Real Betis, and finally, Boca Juniors taking on Newell's Boys. All the football right here on Sporty TV, so keep it locked. And guys, today we are doing a whole 5-hour watch along with you once again from Real Madrid and Kairat Almaty, all the way to Atletico and Frankfurt later on. All the matches we're going to be here watching with you guys. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make sure you download the Sporty app. It's the only place that you can get La Liga and Premier League on the go. And make sure you're checking out Sporty Bet for the 1-Up series. Guys, if you bet your team to go up 1, and they do, you win. That's it. And we'll check out those ads momentarily. Odds, pardon me, not ads. But shall we get into the starting lineups, guys? Because we do have a couple matches that are kicking off in, as I said, about 10 minutes time. Clinton, obviously you're all in for Real Madrid here, and they are in action. And your boy, Kylian Mbappe, will be starting this one. But I think you would like to know a little bit more about that back line and who's going to be playing, because we do know that there are several injuries for Real Madrid. And we spoke about this yesterday, did we not?
Do you want to take a guess as to the back four? I haven't seen it yet.
All right, you guys give me a back four and I'll tell you if it's right.
I think I pretty
I
much
reckon-
I saw a glimpse of it, but I didn't really.
Alex, then you give me a back four.
Fede Valverde right back.
Nope.
Asensio.
Asensio right back. Wow. That's the
Yeah.
only option when
I
it's not
knew it.
Trent.
And the rest?
Carreras, is he playing left back?
Sure isn't.
Center back.
No,
Oh my God, is he not playing then?
he's not playing.
Because it's Fran Garcia,
Rudiger's-
Well, it's right in front of us, so let's get into it. We have Thibaut Courtois, Fran Garcia, Alaba, and Dean Huijsen making up a center-back pairing, and Raul Asensio slotting into that right-back position. It will be a midfield of Masantuono, Ceballos, Tchouaméni, and Vinicius Jr., and up front, a double pairing of Kylian Mbappe and Arda Guler. Clinton, first reaction to this one. Silence. And I think that tells you enough.
I mean,
I
already
completely
know.
agree with you.
Yeah, I don't have words. For me, whatever formation they put out there, we hope we win.
No Bellingham.
Think
That's
that's
a
for the
very-
best. I'm not mad at that. I'm a little bit nervous, though, about...
I think he was probably rushed back into things.
Mm-hmm.
I think they should have given him some minutes against Levante for a start, or more minutes against Levante. And yeah, the back four is a problem. Asensio at right back.
Why not?
Why not what?
Why not Asensio at the right back? I mean, he
No, I'm
is
just saying,
currently fighting for a spot in that starting 11.
I don't doubt that. I just say I don't think he's that good at right back.
This is the game Bellingham should be starting, in my opinion.
Yeah?
Yeah.
But he's not fit.
Who are you dropping?
I don't. There's nothing. I don't think he's not fit. If he wasn't fit, I don't think he would be playing. He would be starting the Atleti match. I just felt like Atleti was the wrong game for him to start. This is the kind of game where he probably should be starting, just to kind of like gain the fitness. I think there's the one game you would expect Real Madrid to comfortably win, and not having Bellingham start this one, especially with the kind of horrible performance he had with Atleti. I think what they will be doing here is I think it's going to affect the mental side of him, and it's almost like this is some kind of punishment for what he's done with Atleti. And everybody knows, if normally this is even the kind of game I would not even expect to see Kylian Mbappe starting. This is the kind of game I would see Gonzalo starting. But
I don't think they can make any mistakes, though.
no, I mean, but I don't.
But they can put them on the bench and have them
come in at some point. And
if things are not going well. Because this is a team they should easily beat.
I mean, when you consider the fact that, of course, maybe they may have traveled a very long, it's like
10 and a half hours.
10 and a half hours traveling, and I know there could be some kind of argument that they could be tired or whatever, but
They actually travelled on Sunday.
they traveled on Sunday, and today is Tuesday, right? Okay, I mean, I think there would have been enough time for them to still rest, do a training and get themselves ready for this game. But again, I will still say this is not the kind of game. Maybe they would have probably reserved their key players. Say, for example, the Kylian Mbappe. Maybe Bellingham, I still maintain he should start, considering the performance he had with Atleti, and it shouldn't look like maybe this is some kind of punishment for what you had done in the Atleti game, having 5 goals against a whole Real Madrid. But yeah, maybe Gonzalo Garcia starting. Vinicius, of course, I think, it's always good to still have him there, knowing he's still one of those players that tend to be, they are giving him time to come up to the Vinicius we used to know. So I wouldn't really want to see him being on the bench on this one. Arda Guler, definitely, I think he still needs that starting position for Real Madrid, knowing how important it is. We saw how bad it was when he was taken out from that game against Atleti. So
Other
I
than
feel
Mbappe,
like-
he's their best player.
I
Sorry?
feel like they
Other
need
than
to
Mbappe,
find
he's
a
their
way
best.
No, definitely,
to
yeah.
fit
I agree.
Gillingham.
Gillingham.
Is it, what's the name that she
Chouamavanga.
said? No, Sebastian, not Sebastian.
It was Sebastian.
So the
Isak.
But yeah, I feel like Bellingham and Arda Guler, they need to find a way to fit both of them into the system because Mbappe has a really good connection with Guler. But yeah, we've been talking about Xavi Alonso and how he keeps experimenting. And the question is with Bellingham, what's the story? I don't. Maybe he's not fit. Maybe he's not fit.
Listen, I think Bellingham would always be a class player, irrespective of what's going on with him this season already. He is good. Like I said yesterday, we saw him in the game against Levante. You could clearly see that was exactly the kind of game where he should be coming in. And I felt like Xavi Alonso did the right thing by bringing him from the bench. He came up from the bench. I think he was able to, for somebody who's had that injury, come back, sat on the bench, observe the game. That was the perfect time for him to now come in, having known that he's been able to read and understand, where to come in and how to bring his talent on whatever it is he wants to do. Sorry, Sarah.
We do need to move on. Sorry, because the games are kicking off. Sorry, we can get back into this. I do want to read the lineup just quickly of Kairat, and then we'll get into the Club Bruges and Atalanta lineup as well, because there's a lot to talk about there. For Kairat, it's Kalmurtha, the 18-year-old keeper, starting there. Tapalov, Martinovic, Sorokin, and Luis Mata. Marskinski, Kasabulat, Arad, and Gromyko, and Jorginho, and Sapayev up front. So we'll keep an eye on that one. But quickly, let's talk about Atalanta and Club Bruges as well, guys, because that one's kicking off momentarily. The players are on the pitch here. And for Atalanta at Bergamo, it will be Carnesecchi, Cusino, Gimitsi, and Alanor as a back three. Bellanova, Darun, Ederson, and Bernasconi in the middle. And up front, Kristovic, Palisic, and yes, Ademola Lookman back in the squad, back in the starting lineup for the first time this season for Atalanta. For Club Bruges, it's Jackers, Says, Michel, Ordonios, Sabe, Vanikin, Stankovic, Sandra, and up front, Solis, Tresoldi, and Carlos Forbes. Clinton, quickly, before this match kicks off, Ademola Lookman is back in action tonight, and it's a big one. It's the Champions League.
No, absolutely. I'm happy to see him back on the starting lineup again, considering the whole story that's been behind him with, the club. And, I know, knowing, and this is not me sounding as a Nigerian, but we pretty much know as Nigerians, when you've been given a job, whether you fought whoever it is or, the moment this is what you're meant to be doing, he's still going to deliver 100%. We pretty much know how talented the young man is. For me, I think he should be very grateful to know that he's coming back on that starting 11, and the best thing he could do today is to play like an Ademola Lookman, who's the current African best player, give us a goal and shut everybody up. The fans are pretty much maybe angry with him. I don't know if they are still having those grudges, but the only way to apologize to them now is to give that 100-level performance that we usually know Ademola Lookman for. If possible, give us a hat-trick against Club Bruges.
Alex, you mentioned regarding Real Madrid and the travel that they had all the way to Kazakhstan. They traveled on Sunday. We have to remember, for everyone, this match is actually happening at 9:45 p.m. local time.
I believe we got a little sort of image of...
I've been waiting.
Drum roll. Maybe we don't have it.
Maybe they're going to show it, maybe they're not. How far Real Madrid had to travel. 10.5 hours, 3-hour time change, coming off of a massive loss. It's not an easy place to go, definitely. But I just want to go through the matches that are...
It was almost there.
Oh, here it is.
Go.
There you go. This is where Real Madrid went, all the way to Kazakhstan.
It looks like a very short journey, though.
10.5 hours.
From there, it just went...
Stop playing.
I was expecting some kind of...
Well, they probably would have had to go under.
that would have made it more dramatic. But the way it went, it felt like they'd just gone to Italy to get to play a game.
10.5 hours, not quite.
If you bet for Kairat Almaty to go 1-up in this match?
27.
Well, the odds are actually, take this in, the odds are for them to win 26.26, Real Madrid 1.11.
Okay. And to go 1-up?
To go one up, I'm just trying to find this. Give me a moment. Home to go one up is 4.45.
I mean, I can see it. An interesting one, actually, Jorginho, the Kairat player.
Yeah.
He said, I think he was on an interview with the Spanish media this week, and he was asked if he wanted to swap shirts with any of the...
He said Xabi Alonso.
Yeah, and he said, I don't want any of the players. I want Xabi Alonso's boots.
Fair enough. I mean, I think I'd say the same as well.
He also said in the same interview, I'm sorry to interrupt you, he also said in the same interview, he was asked, are you scared of these Real Madrid players? And he said, we're not going to war. They don't have arms on them. Why should I be scared? So he does seem like he's very, how can I say it, quirky with his answers.
Yeah.
He seems like he's trying to show that he is not impressed by the Real Madrid squad coming over. But at the same time, it seems to me, it double intends to me that he is scared of this Real Madrid squad.
Well, we are underway at Bergamo, Atalanta and Club Brugge in action. Atalanta coming off of a massive loss to PSG in matchday 1-4-0. Meanwhile, Club Brugge beating Monaco 4-1 in that one, Alex. But Atalanta have a lot to prove here. They held Juve over the weekend, and Lookman is back in the squad. Do you think that the Italian side could get the job done tonight?
I think they'll have their work cut out. We know how good Club Brugge have shown themselves to be, and they can really compete at this top level. And Atalanta have shown the complete opposite, that they aren't yet ready to compete at the top level this season, especially since the change of managers with Juric coming in for Gasperini. I think they've got a lot of work to do, but they're at home in front of their own fans. They're on the attack at the moment, so they could start off with a goal, but I think it'll be a very tough game, and Club Brugge will come here to make them work hard for the win.
I think so as well. All right, well, this match between Kairat Almaty and Real Madrid is also about to kick off. Clinton, any last words?
Well, just get us a win, Real Madrid. That's it.
That's it. No pressure. A friendly reminder to all of you guys as well. Coming up for the 9 o'clock matches later, we do have Bodo Glimt and Tottenham, Atletico and Eintracht Frankfurt, Chelsea and Benfica.
Oh!
My God.
That backline is already suffering.
Kairat almost scored.
Oh, my word.
Mukami, what did you just see there?
I was not even paying attention.
It was from Asensio's side.
It was a header on Courtois.
If it was a proper forward, that would have been a goal. He would have put a direction to that.
That was 10 seconds in.
Yeah.
Not even.
We're going to have to wait for the replay there because
That was close.
Kairat came out swinging and already gave Real Madrid a little jump scare, and I think all of us as well. Just again, sorry, the match is
One
coming
up.
up.
What was the odds for
4.45. What did I tell you? Sporty bet. Lock that in. Atletico and Eintracht Frankfurt, Bodo Glimt and Tottenham Hotspur, Chelsea and Benfica, Galatasaray, Liverpool, Inter, Prague, Marseille and Ajax, and Pafos and Bayern Munich. Coming up at 9, we'll be keeping track of all those 7 matches. I don't know how, but we will. But we will. It should be a good one. Yeah, the head coach here of Kairat looking like he's having a bit of fun. And it's a shot for Atalanta as well, going just
They're
wide.
playing so well.
Or maybe Real Madrid is playing so bad.
Two things can both be true. Wow.
No.
I think this is one of those matches where there's no pressure on them, Alex.
No,
They're just here to have a good time. I don't know if you guys saw the video of when they found out they will be playing Real Madrid, and they were all excited and cheering because they know they're going up against the best team in this competition. And I think for them, they're just happy to welcome them to their stadium and say, hey, we're going to play the big boys.
Yeah, you can even
In terms
see
of they have the most trophies.
I mean, I think you should be specifying.
Sorry, the team that has the most trophies in the Champions League.
You can see the fans literally holding up like Mbappe signboards, even if they're Kairat fans. For them, you're getting to see the best players in the world. You know, Clinton was saying Mbappe shouldn't be starting a game like this, but for so many of the fans who are getting to watch this game, like they're getting to see one of the best players in the world. It's a dream come true.
And speaking of Kylian Mbappe, someone offered him a car today. A car was waiting with a bow tie.
Sorry.
A car was waiting in front of the in front of the hotel of the Real Madrid squad, and it's a present for Kylian Mbappe.
What car?
A car.
Like to go back with to.
Apparently, I mean, someone just gifted him a car. He can do whatever he wants with it.
I'm not sure I'd want to drive back from Kazakhstan to Madrid.
I'm sure he's going to give it to charity or
Something like that.
We have asked you guys, will Ademola Lookman score on YouTube? So let us know if you think the Nigerian will be able to get a goal past Club Bruges. We'll check in on that poll in just a little bit. Both matches underway here. 0-0, 5 minutes in at Bergamo, 3 minutes in at Kairat Almaty. A lot to look forward to in this one.
What were your guys' predictions?
Well, we could actually pull them up,
Oh.
Alex.
Oof.
And we'll start with yours.
Oh, go on then.
All right, let's get Alex Ashmore's predictions for today's matches.
Drum roll.
Drum
The
roll, please.
anticipation.
I'm sure they're coming.
I'm sure they're coming.
They're
sure
playing
they're
really
coming.
good.
So Kairat is also coming towards Real Madrid.
I mean, they've been dominating possession.
yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
They've been playing really well.
There we go.
All right, Ashmore, you've gone for a 3-0 win to Real Madrid. You've gone 3-3 for Frankfurt and Atleti.
I think it's going to be a cracking game. We saw Frankfurt at the weekend. They put 6 past Borussia Mönchengladbach. Atleti put 5 past Real Madrid. I feel like it's going to be free-for-all.
No.
It screams 0-0, doesn't
Is
it?
Chelsea going to pick up another red card?
Well, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, and then 3-2 Liverpool.
Okay, so Gala at home looking to crawl their way back after their massive defeat against Frankfurt, obviously, in the Matchday 1 Champions League game they had. Okay. Mukami, let's get your predictions up and see how closely they align to Alex's, or maybe not. That's 3-3. Wow. All right, so you've gone 3-1 for Real. I think I went the same. We'll have to check.
Yeah.
But we know that they can be scored on.
Exactly.
So I do.
Even the way they've started right now, it's if someone capitalizes on one of the chances that are being created, for sure, Kairat can get a goal. I went 2-1 to Atletico. They're playing,
Backing your boy, Diego Simeone.
Yeah, and they're playing, at the Metropolitano.
Yeah.
And Frankfurt, they're away from home. I do think they'll get a goal, but yeah, Atletico seem to have. You've just beaten Real Madrid. I know Frankfurt won 6-4, but they've just beaten Real Madrid 5-2. So I feel like they'll definitely take the win. Then for Chelsea and Benfica, I've gone the opposite with Alex. I think it'll be a draw. But I don't know why. Benfica conceded so much in the last game. Chelsea have been conceding so much as well. So I feel like it could end up being a 2-2 draw. And then finally, Liverpool to win it.
Not giving Galatasaray maybe as much hope as Alex Ashmore is.
I feel like because they've just lost to Crystal Palace and they need to make a statement because people are criticizing them so much already. The back line, the midfield. So I feel like they're going to
Kairat on the move here. The passing between this team has been excellent.
You've got to give them credit.
Yeah, you really do. All right, if we can, we'll take a look at this corner and then we'll bring up Nouha's predictions before we move along here. But Clinton, what are your thoughts so far? We're just 6 minutes in, but have you been impressed with the Kazakh side?
No, absolutely. I think, the kind of pressing they keep giving, against Real Madrid, I would have expected the opposite to happen. But so the first 10 seconds, they probably could have scored a goal. So the game is pretty much looking very scary for... It's not how I thought or I imagined it was going to start. I would have been expecting that by now. Probably would have even seen a goal from... Jesus Christ.
Bolly.
Yeah, no, I am very impressed with... But listen, it's not how you start, it's how it ends eventually. Sometimes you see teams like this, they start with all of this energy and then...
Just like Real Madrid started 2-1 up against us.
Well, I mean, but I mean, this is...
Sorry, I didn't mean to crush all of
I
the
know,
energy out of you.
No, but listen, I think it would be a very huge shame if this game ends and it doesn't go Real Madrid way. It would probably be the biggest loss.
And I think as well, even if it doesn't end 3-4-0, like convincing win.
Like, if it ends 2-1, that's a loss to Real Madrid for me.
Yeah, I mean, the stars that they have in their squad, they should be beating Kairat comfortably.
Yeah.
And you're saying also in terms of character, after you've lost 5-2, you're supposed to show this type of character that...
Yeah.
You mean
And
business.
they don't look like a team that is proving that that was a blip.
It might actually be that loss is still messing with your mental.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, if you think about it, they trained Sunday morning after the derby. They travelled. They trained yesterday, played today. I can imagine travelling 10 and a half hours wouldn't have helped either.
Just thinking of all the goals that they conceded.
I don't know what the weather's like in Kazakhstan at the moment, but I imagine it's
I mean, it looks like a good
warmish.
weather.
I reckon it's warmish. It's probably not quite winter weather yet. Maybe 15 degrees if I was to take a punt.
I don't like Dani
Looks
Ceballos in the midfield, and same for Alaba in that back line. I think they are going to cost massively to this group. I'm not really bothered by Asensio in the back line in general. I think we tend to forget.
What just happened there?
Look at Asensio.
He just got skinned.
And he almost created a foul if the player didn't stop it.
It happens all the time in this show. Someone says something and then something
Commentators
happens.
18 degrees.
Oh, 3 degrees.
Cloudy.
off. Not bad.
Tomorrow
But
night, though, goes down to 4.
It's a shame. It's a shame this game isn't in like January or December or November, because can you imagine?
Well, there's a few teams that have to head over there in November.
Going there when it's like -15, -20.
How the weather will be 4 degrees tomorrow.
Tomorrow night.
In the morning, in like what,
that's-
3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock.
They're
Yeah, there
really
you go.
lucky. That's why you were saying Real Madrid sometimes can be a bit lucky. Like
Let's-
conditions would be so different.
Well, they're not going to play at 4 o'clock in the morning.
No, 4 degrees at tomorrow night.
Yeah.
So if
that's
they
at
were
like,
playing
that's
tomorrow,
at like 3 o'clock in the morning, I imagine. It's
No.
not gonna be-
is it? I don't know.
Just a reminder for some of the teams that do have to travel to Kairat or Almaty for this one. They will be hosting, pardon me, just give me one moment here, Paphos,
Mbappe has finally
Olympiacos,
touched the
and Club Bruges will be.
He touched the
Club
ball
Bruges is
before.
going to be playing in Almaty January 20th.
I mean,
Who?
Club Bruges.
the Club Bruges players will be more used to the cold, I think. I mean, it does get chilly in Belgium, but not quite.
But no, I wouldn't
Kazakhstan
say that
levels.
cold. Yep. Can we pull up Nouha's predictions, please, for this one?
Drums.
There we go.
All right, Nouha also going for a 3-0 win for Real Madrid, like Alex Ashmore. 2-1 to Atleti. Who
Yes.
said, like Mukami? 2-1 to Benfica. All the faith lost for Chelsea.
I love Jose Mourinho, and I think if there is, Benfica has been having a terrible start of the season, but sometimes you just need the special one in front of his old team to bring that back. And I don't believe in Chelsea anymore.
Okay.
Yeah. And 3-1 for Liverpool, because I think they will concede because they have been making defensive mistakes, but I also think this is an easy win for them, even though they lost against Crystal Palace.
And they're away from home. Galatasaray apparently is really difficult
It
when
is.
English
The
teams come.
Fans.
Ram Park.
Yeah.
It's changes names a few times, so I sort of lose the name of it. But
The fans outside Liverpool's hotel
Dean-
setting off the fireworks already. Welcome to Turkey. We know what it's like in Istanbul. It's always a little chaotic. Real Madrid on the move here. Cleared away.
The fact that Dean Housen is in that attacking line, like it's so bad.
Okay, ClintonCod, let's get your predictions on the board and see what you have for the big boys. 3-1 as well. Okay. 2-2.
Alex,
2-1.
I had 3-3.
3-3. 2-1 to Chelsea.
Yeah.
Talk about that one a little bit.
Yeah,
Boys in
because for me, I always feel like, maybe they might. Chelsea would usually, when it comes to this European football, they are pretty much more impressive compared to when it's time to play in locally.
About match day 1.
I know, yes, I know you would say that, but still, that was was it?
They lost 3-1 to
To
Bayern.
to Bayern, yeah, it's Bayern Munich. I mean, Bayern Munich, they are at least top 3 in Europe as we speak when it comes to this. I mean, it's not the Bayern Munich from last season. This
Top
is
3
a-
teams in the world.
Probably
Who are the top 3 teams in the world for you?
Barcelona.
Okay, stop. Thank you.
All right.
No, go on. Barcelona? Bayern Munich?
Yeah, Barcelona, Bayern Munich,
PSG?
maybe PSG. Yeah,
Not Liverpool.
not Liverpool for me.
Okay.
Definitely not.
Bayern on top of Liverpool, though?
Definitely.
You think?
Well, speaking of Liverpool,
Liverpool
KlintonCod
are
has
not
taken
even-
Galatasaray to win in this one.
Yeah, Liverpool are not
Oh,
even
Real
the
Madrid
best
a goal.
team in
Vinny?
England.
Vinny is oh my God, Vinny.
You loved saying that.
Like Vinny.
Vinicius Jr. with a chance here for Real Madrid and chips it over the keeper. Maybe should have done a little bit better with that one, sending it wide. Let's take a look at it again.
No, this should be
have been a goal.
This should be a goal.
You have to do better there. You had everyone beat.
I
and
mean,
you
I know what he was trying to do there, but I don't know if he's got the skill set to. I mean,
He-
yeah, oh,
he
come on.
does.
The
No,
way it
no,
even
no,
went
yeah,
off the
yeah,
far
come
side
on,
of the
no,
foot
no.
there. You could tell it wasn't even going to be on target. Okay.
Yeah, that's actually very poor.
That feels like confidence rather than the lack of skill. We've seen him score goals like that before. But I feel like this last season and this season being compounded, Vinicius, he's still not getting back to who we know he can be.
Yeah.
So that's one of, because you could see him, he did the hand motion like,
Yeah.
trying to show that's what I was going for.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a crisis.
But you know,
confidence.
Mbappe would easily bury that one though.
You'd expect him to.
I mean, I know he would.
Ooh. Clinton, can we just get your final prediction? You have Galatasaray beating Liverpool 2-1. Can you explain that one a little bit?
Yeah, because first of all, this is Gala's home, and we pretty much understand how crazy and how difficult it is to play in that country, especially when it's Galatasaray. And secondly, I believe my boy is coming back on that squad, Victor Osimhen, and this guy is probably our top, probably the best player in Africa. I would believe.
If he doesn't
or at least
play,
the best striker.
he's the
He's
best
the best striker in
If he
Africa.
doesn't play, because he only played 5 minutes, I think.
But then when you look at that Galatasaray squad, though, and I know you cannot match it against Liverpool, but when you look at the performance of Liverpool in the Premier League and knowing how much they are able to just get away with all these wins here and there, and then even losing against a Crystal Palace that you would think that they would easily beat. I've said it billions of times on the show. Liverpool they are not there for me. Last season, facts, maybe, but currently, nah, I don't have any, like if I'm putting a bet on a team right now, I'm telling you I'm not going Liverpool because it just means I'll continue having my heart to my chest, trying to hope that, they would score goals or maybe go 2-3 goals ahead and you just feel calm that, yeah, my bet is going in. But that's not what you would expect from a Liverpool. A top team is that team that would give you that proper assurance that, yeah, you're putting your money on them and there's nothing to be worried about. For me, that's a top team. The fact that they're even top in the Premier League is still, okay, right now not, because it's Arsenal.
We're almost, no. Just
Yeah, but
2
who's
points
winning the
behind.
league for you? I don't
Arsenal.
remember.
Liverpool are still top of the league.
No, but I don't think I don't think Liverpool would win the Premier League this season. Definitely not.
Arsenal
winning the
will
Premier
win.
I think it's now pointing towards Arsenal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe.
No, because listen, I
believe
watch
you.
Arsenal play. Yeah, I feel like Arsenal, even if it's hard for them, let's say they've had 1 or 2 games where it's not really been convincing, but the gameplay at least they are playing good football. So there's a difference between you're playing some kind of, you're having lucky wins and you're playing good football and it's just not happening. But at least they're playing good football. That's Arsenal for you.
But isn't that the magic of like top clubs to, still manage to get the win? And it has been the case for Liverpool, but not totally for Arsenal because
It's just
Yeah,
the
but
start
when
of the
you-
season,
no, but when you
and
look
we're
at-
already
no, but-
exposing.
But see, when you look at teams like Liverpool, right? Yes, they've managed to get the wins. However, you will look at the teams that they are playing where they are luckily getting this win. For me, if you as a team, you would watch a Liverpool get a win from you at the 93rd or the 94th minute, it means you're not top. It means you have a lot lacking in your head. Do you see? So I don't think Arsenal...
And Liverpool have like the next fixtures compared to Arsenal are quite difficult.
Chelsea.
If we look at the names, because
Real Madrid on the move here.
Good.
who
And
Arda Guler.
Oh, good.
Arda Guler with a shot on target. That pass, that cross in was Fran Garcia, and it's led to a corner here, but that was well done from the 18-year-old.
No. Okay,
Oh, there was a deflection.
That was, yeah, was it? Because I would have been like, that's exactly the goal he scored against Atleti. Like, he should be burying that one as well.
Frank Garcia is really good at his position, by the way. I think he's better than Carreras at that position.
You know, I love Frank Garcia. I've never really had any issues with Frank Garcia, in all sincerity. Carreras, on the other hand, I don't think I've had issues with him, except from when they've had to change his position. You know, he's equally good. I think Real Madrid, they have two really good left backs. And when they are playing on that position, they would give you 100% of their abilities. But when they start having to switch these positions, for example, today you are having an Asensio playing on right back when, you know, if this was, what's the name of our former coach now?
Carlo Ancelotti.
Carlo Ancelotti, you probably will be seeing Valverde playing the right back instead. And, you know, just so they have that security to know, okay. And especially knowing that Valverde isn't really giving that top performance in his usual position from that right mid. Maybe.
But I would have started him this game. Even though, I mean,
yeah,
he's
no, of
still
course.
a top player and he's still very calm into that, either midfield or even the back line.
Is he on
I feel
the
like
bench?
his presence,
I
yeah,
thought
he's
he
on
was-
the bench. His presence is needed, and I feel like he should definitely have his minutes during this game.
But do you feel like I don't think we've felt his presence since this season has started anyways. Like, yeah, I don't know, maybe you feel like his teammates should feel, they should feel his presence. But is it more important for his teammates to feel his presence, or is it better for the gameplay to feel his presence?
Atlanta are playing really well. They've been attacking Club Brugge consistently for the last 20 minutes. But
I've
they're
seen that
not-
completely the other way. I feel like Club Brugge have been attacking Atalanta.
I've seen Atalanta get the ball a few
Yeah.
times, but
Yeah.
when it comes to
that was not a-
threatening situations, I think I've seen Club Brugge have more threatening situations in front of Atalanta. A few shots blocked, and I'm talking about shots from outside the 18-yard box. So if there is any, the only one shot I've seen from Atalanta so far is literally a pass to the goalkeeper.
Let's take a look at my predictions.
Okay.
Kylian
this one.
Mbappe,
Oh,
what a
excellent
save.
save from Calmurta, the 18-year-old keeper. Wow, what a day for him. Blocking a shot from Kylian Mbappe. Whether or not they win, he's gonna remember that one. So I've gone 3-1. So how many of us have gone 3-1 Real Madrid? Because I think most of us have.
yeah.
I think all of us have got them scoring 3 goals,
Okay.
I think.
You have them 3-0. Clinton, you had
I think I had 3-1 as well. I can't
all
remember.
right.
Yeah, 3-1.
Another draw. Did you also have the 2-2, Alex? No, you had
Yeah.
I had
3-2.
3-3.
You had
Oh,
3-3.
he had, Clinton had 2.
Okay, I think I had 2-2 with
Yeah.
Atleti Frankfurt.
And who has the draw? You have the draw, but you have 0-0, and you have 2-2.
Yeah.
So 3 of us have gone for a draw in Chelsea and Benfica. Nouha, what did you? You went for
Benfica to win, 2-1.
Yeah, that's right. And then I've gone for a 2-1 win to Liverpool. I do think Liverpool will have enough to get the job done, but we know that they can get scored on. And like Mukami said, Istanbul is no easy feat. So let us know what you guys think about our predictions. I feel like today we're more or less on the same page.
Yep, that's true.
And I don't think we're getting those 3 goals from Real Madrid.
Clinton, you spoke about goals for Real Madrid in this case. What is the minimum they need to score in order for this to be a decent win for them? Not a crazy
At
win.
least a minimum of a 3-0.
It needs to be at least so 3-1
If they
isn't
score,
good enough.
if they score 1, yeah, it's fine. But at least Real Madrid should be looking at least, say, 3-4-1. And I think that would be the only one thing that would make me forget about Saturday. But for now, 2-0, 2-1, I'll still remember Saturday vividly.
Yeah, I'm really shocked actually because, normally when you see a big team lose so embarrassingly, the next game that they face, especially if it's a team that's, a lot lower ranked, you see them really going out to attack. And we haven't seen that fire or that hunger from Real Madrid, honestly.
By the way, I wouldn't be starting Mastantuono in this game either. I'll probably be starting Rodrigo on this one.
Same for me. I totally agree. And I think Mastantuono, if you saw that one mistake he made, I don't think he is made for Champions League games in a sense where he is very hot-headed too. He reminds me kind of Carvajal. very hot-headed, and I just don't see him. Is he in the
Good
midfield?
passing from Real Madrid here. Arda Guler with the ball. Trying to get it past the defense.
Cross.
Oh. Sorry, Nouha.
But yeah, I don't see him working very well with Vinny and Mbappe. I don't see that trio becoming something.
I think for Franco, it's still it's early days, is it not, Alex? Like, he's coming from River. This is Real Madrid. This is the Champions League. It will take time, if it's meant to be, to settle into the squad.
This is a perfect game to test him.
Yeah, but I think we've seen him start nearly all the games for Real Madrid this season, though. For me, listen, Mastantuono, I've watched him play, and I've said it so many times that I don't understand the hype behind that young man. He may, whatever he's done in his previous club, that's the business, but this is a whole different club, this is a whole different league. And I still maintain, I've seen his leg works, I've seen the way he moves the ball. My man, what's the name of the Chelsea player that's now gone into the Olympics now? The one that had the whole issue with drug, the really fast test. Mudryk. I see Mudryk in this Mastantuono guy, in all sincerity. It's almost like these guys are identical twins in terms of their gameplay.
They just run with the ball. The goalkeeper, by the way.
They just run with the ball without Google Maps. They don't know where they are going to. They just kick and hoping that the ball is going to pass whoever it is. This is what I see Mastantuono doing. And in Real Madrid, this is not the kind of players they've had in terms of history and even all the time they've won, all the titles that they've won. We're speaking about players who understand what they want to do.
Happened?
Oh, come on.
Something going on.
Stop.
But the ball was going away.
I mean, he didn't have control of the ball. The keeper didn't get the ball.
It
But
is a penalty.
What?
Mbappe.
Penalty FC, back at it.
Wow.
Mbappe, 3
But that
goals.
was a penalty.
2 goals in the Champions League, 3 penalties in the Champions
Guys, if you want to bet anything, bet on Real Madrid to get a penalty. I don't care how.
Go.
I think back to the Mastantuono conversation. I think we've seen glimpses of what could be a very good player, but I still think he's very raw. He's still yet to adapt to the physicality levels of the Spanish league, the Champions League. I think he's still very raw as a player, but a game like this is the perfect opportunity to start him, where Real Madrid think that they're the favourites coming into this one, where they expect to get a result. Now they've gone 1-0 up. You can see them turning on the style and getting 2, 3, 4 as Kairat looked to maybe try and come back into this game. But yeah.
But they had such a talented guy that's called Rodrigo, who was willing before last season, where we could see that his confidence went down, especially with Xabi Alonso. But such a talented winger who didn't even play in that position to start with, but he's starting to get into it. And he is, when last season we didn't have Kylian Mbappe or Vinny turn up.
Okay, that's
always
strong
the
goal.
guy to turn up.
That's
Another penalty.
No, definitely not.
Yes. Oh.
I think
Possible.
Okay.
I mean, they did nothing, though.
But when you have Rodrigo and you choose to go for Mastantuono every game.
No, I mean, I understand why he's picked Mastantuono. He's young. These are the sort of games where you want to play young players. This is the sort of game where Ancelotti wouldn't have played the young players, and then they play them in the important games and wonder why they don't perform. So you've got to give the young players a chance. I don't think Rodrigo is a big part of Xabi Alonso's plans. I think we're starting to see that. I think Mastantuono is above him in the hierarchy. But I think when you look at a game like this, where they're expected to get the 3 points, you have to look at trying to play some of the players that don't usually get a look in. Although Mastantuono has been quite a key figure this season for Real Madrid in terms of that starting 11.
Which completely goes against what Xabi Alonso...
Oh, nice save.
What Xabi Alonso tries to go for, because he only rewards the players who are doing well, but then Franco Mastantuono hasn't been doing that well. So why does he keep... What?
Neither is Rodrigo.
Neither is Rodrigo, but it's not like he's putting one on one game and then the other one on the other game. It's mostly Franco Mastantuono and then sometimes Rodrigo.
I would rather still see even a Rodrigo who people think is not even as class currently. I'd rather see him start than see this Mastantuono play.
The match against Marseille.
He was actually good.
He was one of Real Madrid's best
They
players.
both played. I remember that game. And Masantuono didn't get. He missed a number of chances, actually.
I've said he
against Marseille.
well, I don't know, but Masantuono is just not that
Have
player
been
for
funny
me.
if he scored.
I'm just going to read some comments here quickly, guys. Madrid 4, Kairat 1, Ronald from Zimbabwe. Arsenal will win the Champions League this year.
I said it. I said it.
Okay. Hi, Sarah and the team. My name is James Rodriguez from Ghana.
Whoa, he's changed his
Alright.
nationality.
And if Barcelona is able to beat Chelsea at Stamford Bridge in this season's Champions League, that's on November 25th, then mark my words, you, Sarah in particular, will smile in June next year. Big up. I hope you're right. Good evening. Watching you from Cameroon and love your show. For me, I'm expecting Barcelona to take the Champions League. Let's go. Leroy from Kenya, show is fire. His predictions are Real Madrid 2-1, Atleti 2-1, Chelsea Benfica 2-2. We're all onto something here with that match. And Liverpool 2, Galatasaray 2. Very interesting. And then we have a comment here saying Real Madrid will win the Champions League from Don Coro from Ghana. All right, we're back to it. I'm sorry,
Even Clinton is not convinced about that.
Can we go back
First
to
of all,
the
even
penalty?
the goal,
Sorry, let's go back to the penalty. I had a bit of an attack, where there was a lot going on. We had a Franco Masantuono conversation, but I feel a bit like Kairat Almaty was hard done by in this one, Alex. I know
It was contact.
there was
Yeah.
contact, but what?
If it
Okay,
was
this
a
is
foul
what you were
outside.
making an argument yesterday.
Yes, of course.
Regarding, except that was the knee to knee. This was, what do you want the keeper to do? Not come out and try and save it?
For me, I'm sorry, but that was in. I don't understand how that's a penalty.
I don't
But
think
that
that
was-
was.
But I know
I need
that's
to
the
see
next
it
thing you
again.
would
But
say.
that's the whole thing. If you
Yeah.
say you don't want the keeper to, well, if you say, oh, then if you're asking the keeper to not come out and save it. No, the thing is, he can't take out the man. That's the whole point. You've got to be very careful as a keeper if you are going to go to the floor when the player is one-on-one with you. And if you make any sort of contact, it's going to be a penalty according to the rules.
I mean,
As much as it's the rhetoric of Real Madrid always get penalties, it was a penalty. It was contact. He took him down in the box. Yes, there's the argument that he didn't have control of the ball, but if you take a player out in the box and you don't get any...
yeah, but hold on. Let me ask, because I can't even remember what happened to tell you how much I'm not even
So
like...
Arsenal should
did
have
he-
gotten the penalty.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I never said they shouldn't have.
Yeah.
No,
it had
like,
to
no,
come
no,
back.
no,
like
listen,
that.
listen.
it had
Well,
to
I
come
thought that
back.
was
Listen,
way
back.
worse contact.
No,
They
listen,
went knee to
listen,
knee.
like you said,
This was
like
he
you
was trying
said,
to get
because
the
there was a
ball.
contact, right? Because there was a contact. Arsenal one still is not even a penalty for me, because you can clearly see from the angle that, at some point really, one of the angles that they showed, you could clearly see that Pope actually had contact with the ball,
Yeah.
right? But at that point, what were you expecting?
Just because you get the ball, it doesn't mean you can just forget about it.
No, that's what I'm saying. No, but
I
wait,
make a
Pope,
tackle with the
no,
ball.
listen, Pope kicked the ball, but are you expecting within that split second for him to take off his leg?
No, I'm expecting him to realise that, if I go for this now, I could take the man as well. So that's basically...
No, but he went for the ball and he got the ball. That's
I
the
know,
whole argument.
But you're saying he got the ball, so it doesn't matter what happens afterwards. So if I make a good tackle and get the ball and then punch the guy in the face...
No,
right,
no,
I've got
but
the
why
ball.
would you? But you've just mentioned it. Why would you punch the person in the face? My man
Exactly.
went for the ball. No, listen.
He got the ball
no,
and the man.
No,
You have to get just the ball.
Listen. He went for the ball, right?
Yeah.
At the point where he went for the ball, you also have a player in front of you. The player now, literally, he was the
If
one
it
that
was
made
a
contact with the
defender,
goalkeeper.
it would
You
have
want him
been
to
a
take off his leg?
penalty.
Like I've just
No,
kicked
if
the
it
ball.
was a
That's the risk you
defender,
take
it
as a
would have been a
goalkeeper.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like, listen, there's a difference between you didn't get the ball and you got the player.
Yeah.
For me, that's a penalty.
He got the ball
But
and
you
the
went
player.
for the ball.
He got the ball and the player.
Yeah,
It doesn't matter
both.
if you went for the ball and got the ball. If you get the player, it's a penalty.
But there's a way you get the player, right? That you would understand that this was probably
And he
done
didn't
because
get
It
the
doesn't
ball.
matter if it's purposely or
the
not.
ball.
You got the man. It's a penalty.
Ball gone to him.
Young Millie has made a really interesting point. Real Madrid have 3 goals so far in the Champions League. All 3 of them are penalties.
Yeah.
Straight points.
6 at the moment, if it stays like this.
Yeah, no, we're just talking about the goals, not the points.
No,
but I'm
no.
just saying,
Nouha said 3 points.
the
No, I know,
the
that's
one,
what
the
I'm
one
saying.
for
I'm
Arsenal,
just-
yeah, there's a reason why it was not given. No, let's talk like.
No, yeah, it was a bad decision.
It wasn't a
Yeah,
bad decision.
It was a
for
bad
me. It wasn't a bad
decision.
decision.
The ref
Like,
got it right.
mind you,
and
the
VAR
ref, according to you,
messed
the
it
ref,
up.
according to you, the ref got it right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they now went to VAR. So you're telling me
The VAR
that both
got
the
it
VAR
wrong.
and the ref at that point, because mind you, they had given a penalty. From the looks of first glance, it was a penalty. They've now gone back to the VAR, right? Alex, are you telling me at that point this is where both VAR and ref, they've gotten it wrong again?
Yeah, it happens every single week. It happens.
No, but that one, I was
Sometimes
definitely
more than
sure.
once.
It happens in every game. every free kick.
No,
every
he
penalty,
actually
every
does.
yellow
He
card.
actually- he
King
actually-
Dewsbury Hall yesterday against West Ham. It's
All right, it's 33 minutes into the match. Real Madrid leading Kairat 1-0, sorry. And 35 minutes in at Bergamo, 0-0 in that match still. The reason I brought up the penalties, guys, was not because of whether they were a penalty or not, because I think we all know where we stand with that. But Clinton, is it a little bit concerning that so far in the Champions League, and listen, Real Madrid have turned on a little bit more since they've scored that penalty, but they've, played almost a match and a half now, and they've been reliant on penalty goals, whether they're, like I said, deserving or not. If they're converting them, they're converting them. But is that concerning for you as you watch this team, and especially what happened over the weekend, that they haven't yet been able to make something out of?
Some people online will probably make an argument to say even getting a penalty is even a tactical.
Yeah,
stuff
I
element.
think for
So
this
they've
team it
practiced-
is. I
they've
think
practiced
Kylian
with-
Mbappe knows exactly.
Exactly. He knows.
The one against.
The one where he got the ball back. Like,
Yeah.
This
This one he knew exactly. And listen, I do think that is a part of football. That's fine. I'm just saying, with the strength on this team, you
So
would
now,
think.
this is where then I feel like the quality of the game, especially when you're speaking about teams like Real Madrid, now you can see how much the quality is not reduced when you're not having to now rely on penalties. Now, a big team, a team as huge as Real Madrid, you would expect them to have.
Come on. Come on. He took so much time with the ball.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, we were saying Levante, it was the first time we saw, it was against Levante, and now when they're facing other opposition, there's just been no time for the team to gel because everyone is playing again with everyone. So no one is gelling with each other. You're seeing Arda Guler and Mbappe have been the most consistent and play well together because they've had the most playing time together. But for the rest, it's all been up in the air, and you can see it's not working for Real Madrid. Something's got to give.
What would you change, Mukami, in the second half if you were to bring in someone off the bench here?
Bellingham.
You'd bring
Give him
Bellingham
some
on.
time. Yeah, let him get some confidence. He's a creative player. He knows how to play with Vinicius, with Mbappe. Let them try and, get some chemistry going.
Club Brugge, oh my goodness, what a golazo outside the area. The passing from this team, my oh my, and it's Solis that has scored against Atalanta at Bergamo here. 1-0 for Club Brugge. And I don't know, I think some of you guys were still looking at the Real Madrid game, but this was excellent football. The playing, the passes, wow, my oh my. Atalanta have their work cut out for them.
Well, I need to see that goal.
No, take a look at this. Drags the players out, does the turn, pass, another turn, pass, cuts in, screamer, sends the keeper.
Now this should be in the top 5 goals, not the ones we saw yesterday.
Definitely one for the match day already.
From Alex.
We are only
Alex,
into
your goals yesterday
2 out of the 9 matches that are going to be played today, and I think already this might be the best goal of the day. Let's see. Kylian Mbappe, we're looking at you. But an excellent goal. Club Brugge 1-0 just before the half at Bergamo.
Oh, that was a beautiful goal, man.
Really nice work. Really nice work. All right. 1-0.
Nice.
Oh, chance for Real Madrid.
Real Madrid are putting together some nice moves, but just not quite finding the last pass or the final ball through. But I think they've improved as the game's gone on.
Honestly, I feel like the keeper, he's making a name for himself. It wouldn't be long
18 years
before
old.
he's out of this club and playing in Europe.
No, but the guy
Because he
is actually
saved
very
the
good, you know.
penalty
He did, like,
last-
even the last... No.
Last game week.
He's been good. Like, I don't think I've seen a bad game from him. like, so far, I mean, okay, they've only had,
How many games did you watch?
One
in
and
fact,
a
they've
half
had only one,
games.
but I would imagine that.
But
this is what it
scouts
is.
are watching. These
Of
are the
course.
games that scouts
This is
are
the first
watching.
game, first goal they've conceded at home in the Champions League out of their qualifying games and this game against Real Madrid.
So, I mean, that says a lot then.
And obviously they beat Celtic on penalties
Yep.
in the Champions
No,
League.
but
the last qualifier.
he's actually good. Like even if I watch him once, like when you see his decision, yes, he's had a penalty against his team, but I still wouldn't blame him. If I was him, I
Yeah, he
wouldn't
shouldn't
give
have
him
been in
penalty.
that position in the first place to have to make that save.
Oh, Kylian
Mbappe.
Mbappe, we right over.
The ball as far as where they went to play.
Oh, that's not even a corner. Was that?
No.
just to-
He sent it to Kaja. Oh, he sent it back to Madrid.
Sent it to us.
That is hilarious. And you see, we don't criticize Mbappe when he does things like this because he'll score eventually.
Of
But
course.
that was
Four.
Yeah, I think Mbappe
in
is one of those
rugby.
players that at least
What is it? A conversion
if
in
he takes them kind of shots 10 times, at least 8 of them is a goal. That's why we
Okay, let's count
Of
now.
course, facts.
That's number.
Mbappe is probably one of the best scorers apart from Haaland
He'll do it 10 times over.
Harry Kane.
and Harry Kane. Yeah, like we can't even deny that one. We can't argue.
But I'm proud of how Kairat are playing. I think
I mean, for one goal,
they're
38
doing
minutes, they've done well.
themselves. They're giving a good account of themselves.
And the one goal is a
honestly.
penalty goal as well. So
If this game ends 1-0,
that's me. They won.
clarify that. Kairat have won.
Definitely. If he ends 2-0 to Real Madrid, for me, Kairat won.
I think you need to study the rules of football
I
again.
don't need to study, man.
In his heart, in your heart.
Aye.
It's a good job Clinton's not doing our graphics. Real Madrid win 2-0 today. You're going to give them 3 points and Kairat 3 points, and you're going to put an asterisk saying they didn't play well enough.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's what I see myself doing, actually.
Although, Alex, what would it mean if Real Madrid did walk away from this match? There's still another half of football. I think we are getting ahead of ourselves, but if it is 1-0 at the 90 minutes, especially after the Marseille match and all the controversy in that match, as we know, it would not be a good start to the campaign for Xabi Alonso's side in the Champions League.
It wouldn't. 6 points from 2 games at the end of the day.
Against Marseille and Kairat Almaty, though.
No, but at
Remember,
the end
they're
of the
going to
day,
Anfield. Pep's coming.
at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how you get the points, as long as you get the points. The proof is how you can play against the big teams.
But isn't that
And
what
up
Vinny
to-
with the shot right
Well,
to
I
the
mean,
keeper?
what was that?
And up
But
to
weren't we
now-
saying that yesterday and their first test was Atleti and they got pumped?
That's what I was about to say. So it doesn't matter how you get the points. If you get the 3 points, great. But if you can't perform against the big clubs, that's when that question starts to come in of, is this team good enough? And the 2 tests that Real Madrid have had against PSG in the Club World Cup and Atleti in the league, they've lost badly. I still think this Real Madrid side has a long way to go until they reach their best level. I do think we're seeing slow improvements. I think compared to the Real Madrid 6 months ago, this is a lot better. I think when we saw Real Madrid at the end of the last season, they were pretty poor. But I think this Real Madrid that we're seeing now is a lot better. Having said that, they've still got a long way to go until they're, I think, able to compete with the likes of PSG, Barcelona, Bayern Munich, Man City, the big teams in Europe, so to speak.
I think this season they can compete with PSG. I don't think PSG is competing much in the Champions League this season.
Well,
Sadly enough, I don't.
we shall see.
I think if your injuries return, anything is possible.
Alejandro Balde is back.
Yeah, but I don't know if he's going to start. He hasn't had minutes yet. And
No
he's-
Juan Garcia.
No Juan Garcia,
No
no Gavi,
Rafinha.
no Fermin Lopez, no Rafinha. We're as depleted as they are. Kavica Kvaratskhelia was the latest news for PSG.
Dembele still out.
Dembele, Doué, Kvara, Barcola, Fermin, Rafinha, Juan Garcia, Gavi.
I mean, that's quite a depleted front three. I mean, who's going to play up front for PSG? It's going to be Gonzalo
Ganglian,
Ramos,
Gonzalo
Angeli, and one of the youngsters.
Zaire Emery could play up
Yeah.
if he wanted to.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is what I mean. This is what Nouha and you weren't here yesterday. Nouha and I were talking about this match because I think everyone wants to see this match, and this was, this was supposed to be the Champions League final, and there was that whole narrative. But these are this is a depleted Barca and a depleted PSG. And so what my hope is that these two teams will meet again in May, maybe in a semifinal, when all the
A
players are
much
fit,
better seat.
when everyone's hopefully fit still, but with the amount of football, who's to say? But yeah, it's
Yeah, I don't know
gonna
how
be
the
difficult.
match tomorrow is going to go. It could go either way. The two teams could either go into this match being scared of more injuries, so not giving it 100%, which I would totally understand, or give it their all, and then you have one or two players injured after that match, and then it doesn't.
But hopefully not. I don't think you can play football thinking you're going to get injured. I think that's for the manager to try and rotate the squad, and you know what I mean. But if you're going to be on the pitch, I think you have to give it 100%. Like I know what
That's
you're
why
saying,
players
but I don't
even
know.
get like the injections and stuff just to finish the game, like pain.
That's what they did to Lamine. At the Spanish national team, allegedly.
Real Madrid on the attack. Vinny.
You know, I've been watching.
Chance there
That would have been
for
beautiful.
Kylian Mbappe.
Choboa. In Kenya, we say that's a choboa. You've been choboed.
How do you call that?
Chobo.
Chobo.
It is,
Choboa. Choboa.
Choboa.
it is time for me to depart, ladies and gentlemen.
Bye,
go.
Alex.
Where are you going, Alex?
I'm going home. I'm bored.
Yeah, cheers.
No, I'm going to watch Atletico Madrid against Frankfurt.
Yep. Bye, guys. See you guys soon.
You're also going?
Yep.
To get a seat. Because Real
Since
Madrid
when are
have
you Diego
disappointed
Simeone's?
him.
Oh.
He's so disappointed with the way Madrid are playing, he can't stand to watch. But I was saying, look, I've been trying to watch Lookman play, and
No.
he's not been playing quite well, to be honest.
No, he hasn't been. But that match is now at half at Bergamo, 1-0 to Club Bruges. As it stands, 45 minutes for the Italian side to turn it around. Let's see. And as we're saying that, we're hitting the final moments here at Almighty and see whether or not they can get something in the additional time that will be added on here.
Yeah, we're seeing the Ademola Lookman of Nigeria, not the one of Atalanta last year.
Clinton, is it fair
He's
to
doing
say
a lot of work, he's running around, but it's not constructive.
I mean, if we would say the likes of Jude Bellingham, Isak coming back, and because of the fact that they've not had enough playing time, you might as well give the same to
Yeah,
But
Ademola
he's
Great.
playing
Lookman.
for the national team,
Yeah, but how long ago was it that he played for the national team?
and he's been training.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
the other
he's
players,
been
have they not been training?
It's like
All right, we'll come back to this conversation. It is 1-0 to Real Madrid in Almaty. We are going to take a quick little break, and then we'll be back at halftime to look at these two matches.
One goal that lifts the crowd. One celebration that unites them like brothers. And for him, the end of the match. That's how One Up from SportyBet works. Don't wait until the final whistle to celebrate victory. Get settled early with SportyBet. One Up. Winning is now that easy.
What are your friends?
Don't worry, the big boys are coming. I will stay loyal to you as I am to SportyBet. I will keep you safe and secure like Sporty does my winnings. I will share my booking codes with you and only you. I will... Ah, yes, I will be your hero, your true Sporty hero.
Oh, and it falls through to the striker. What a goal! I can't believe it. We're just minutes in and it's already 1-0.
Oh, wait, Alex. Look at that fan. He's so emotional. Even his phone is getting some love. But wait, is he leaving? No, somebody stop him. This match is not over.
It is over if you play one up.
Get settled early with SportyBet. One up. Winning is now that easy.
Welcome back. What's the camera doing here? Okay. Welcome back. 1-0 to Real Madrid and 1-0 to Club Brugge at the half. We were talking about one Ademola Lookman, and Mukami, you had some choice words here.
Yeah, I was trying to pay attention. You know, we're talking about he's already not a fan favorite right now. They're already calling for his head. So this is his opportunity, first of all, to make amends to the fans. Second of all, to show what he can still do to try and get, other clubs by the time it's January. And yes, it's his first game back. You know, we've seen him running a lot, getting the ball, but no chances are being created. So I was just saying it's reminiscent of how he was playing when he was with Nigeria, because he was one of the players that wasn't able to make an impact. So yeah, I think that's a half to forget for him and for Atlanta going forward, because even though they had possession, I don't think they were pulling off any shots. You could see them moving forward, and then Club Brugge would stop them even before it gets to their keeper.
Clinton, though, you made a good point in that he hasn't been playing, even though he has been training. And it's hard to just come in, especially on a Champions League night against the Club Brugge that we've seen doing well, and kind of just slot back into things like nothing's happened. There's a couple factors. There's the physical factor. Yeah, he's been training, but he's not been playing. There's the mental factor, like Mukami mentioned. A lot of the ultras in Bergamo, the Atalanta fans, have kind of turned their backs on him, and that must be weighing on him heavily as well.
I think you've pretty much answered the question the way I was going to say it.
Perfect. We share a brain cell today.
No, but you said it's the mental and the physical factor. They are very key aspects of the game, and when you look at how much the fans pretty much highly rated Ademola Lookman, especially with the wins, and even him being the African best player, bringing that trophy back to the stadium, I feel like all of a sudden you become the opposite. You become the black sheep, in that team, and just like you said, just sneaking you into the team again on the Champions League night against the Club Brugge, who are currently doing well. It's not going to work exactly how you would expect it. And I'm not surprised to see Ademola Lookman. It's going to probably take him time. First of all, him playing the game, if I was him, I would be like, these people watching me, this is home. This is my home. And everybody in my home are even against me. How exactly would you want me to function in 100%? Like, this thing has a very huge mental side attached to it. Imagine playing a game and you're looking at the whole stadium and knowing how much they have deserted you. They've seen you like, this guy was the one who...
I'm curious if they're booing him. That's actually
That's even another thing, because we're not even hearing the sound.
Yeah.
But you just never know. Let's imagine the first time he walked into the stadium. What was the reaction of the fans? Or maybe even were people carrying placard of to hell with Ademola Lookman. Like, I'm just saying, I didn't see, I don't know.
Like, even his teammates, I mean, they're supposed to be the ones feeding him and giving him the opportunity to score and to create chances. But if there's this whole tension going on, then how are they fitting him in? And first game, him being back, it's also that they have this chemistry, and I don't think they have much chemistry without him to begin with. Have this chemistry with him in the game, and I think you can't just blame him. And I feel like any player, if they, because you said this is the opportunity for him to get that chance. But if he could, he would have. If he could score, he would score 3-4 goals. It's also him being back physically into the game. And yes, he did train like the others. Yes, he did play with Nigeria, but it's a different kind of game. It's Champions League, one of, if not the most competitive competition out there. So it is going to be, no matter what the opponent is, it is going to be a very hard game to get into from the get-go. So let's give him grace, just the same grace we gave to Gyökeres, to Isaac.
I see what you did there.
Just a reminder to all of you guys that in about an hour and 20 minutes time, we do have 7 other matches coming up after these two. Atletico hosting Frankfurt, Bodo Glimt and Tottenham, Chelsea, Benfica, Galatasaray and Liverpool, Inter and Prague, Marseille and Ajax, and Paphos and Bayern Munich. So lots of football still to look forward to here. We're taking a look at that penalty once again, Clinton, and you were really thinking it wasn't a penalty. There was contact made, though. Alex was trying to explain that, but it did seem that the young goalkeeper was a bit unlucky in that one, and there wasn't really much more he could do.
Yeah, I mean, I watched it again, and it felt like he didn't even have anything to do with the ball.
And that's why it was given.
Yeah, so I think that one I would definitely understand is definitely a penalty in that sense. But I think if there was any intent or any kind of contact with the ball from the goalkeeper, I think that is where I always feel like at that point there's nothing they can do. If they've gone for the ball, they've been able to make contact with the ball, and in the process, the player maybe runs into the keeper. Because this is always my argument. My argument is the keeper has gone for the ball, he's gotten the ball, but the players also run into the keeper and landing on the ground, and then you give a penalty. My question is, the keeper is made contact with the ball. What will you expect? You want him to just disappear?
That's what keepers will do all the time. They'll just take the player out.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Taking the player out is different from getting the ball. But listen, these are 2 players, opposition players trying to get the ball.
No, if you allow that, then where will it go? It's the same as if you're saying if a defender did what they did, but with their feet, it would have been a foul or a penalty. So there should be no...
We've seen so many situations where defenders have gone for the ball, they kick the ball, and the ref is saying play on.
Yeah,
like,
don't take the player out like that.
No, listen, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. This is why, but this is why I'm saying that.
If
it depends.
Continued, he would have gotten the ball.
Every situation cannot be the same. So, and when I mean it cannot be the same is you could see an intent that there are some players who would go for both ball and player. So the intent is they don't care.
Yeah,
like, but there are also where you see that the keeper is actually going strictly for the ball.
Now,
but the player,
as the referee, you start judging intent. Then if we start putting in the referee book, okay, if you intend, if the player does not.
A typical one was Arsenal versus Newcastle. And now, listen, till tomorrow, if I see the ref, I could probably give him €500 to say, for you getting it right. Because the moment they gave it as a penalty, I was the first person that said, this is wrong. And the fact that he went to VAR around, they overturned it, asked Sara, we were speaking about that, I said to her, that was the right. I was just happy that for the first time I felt like justice was done. Do you see? So, I mean, look at the Real Madrid one.
Justice was done because we scored eventually and won the game. So, I mean, you're right, justice was done.
The better team won.
The better team actually didn't win. Both teams did exceptionally well.
Sarah, what changes do you think Real Madrid should? Because you've kept asking Clinton whether a 1-0 is a defeat for Real Madrid. What are you thinking with regards to that?
I'm looking at the bench right now, and I do think Rodrigo should be coming in. We saw what he did against Marseille, and I was really impressed with him, probably besides Kylian Mbappe and Arda Guler, that he was the best player on the pitch for Real Madrid. Camavinga is on the bench. I'm worried, though, as he's been injured. I mean, if he's on the bench, that suggests to me that he's fit enough, obviously, to play and to travel. So maybe that could be another substitution for them, but that would be his first game back. So what's he going to look like? But at this point, Real Madrid need everything they can get. Obviously, Valverde's there, but I haven't been impressed with Valverde this season, and Clinton and I have spoken about that because it does hurt to say that because he was Real Madrid's best player last season, and he's so important, but I do see it more as the fatigue from last season is now hitting him. So maybe keep him, give him a break, try and hold off a potential injury, and also just get some rest. I mean, the fact that he's already traveled means that, he's losing some sleep already, but I don't know if I'd go for Valverde, but I think maybe Rodrigo and Camavinga. I don't think I would bring Jude in, if I'm honest. I know you said if he's there, he's fit enough to play, but from what I saw against Atleti, I don't know if he's ready. And imagine.
Question is, at some point, would you say he's ready? Is it when he's coming from the bench, or is it when he's able to start? Like, what game would you define as this is the point where he can come in?
It's hard to say. I don't know if I can really say, but what I can say is I saw him against Atleti on the weekend. This was Saturday we saw him. he didn't look good.
Yeah.
It's now Tuesday. I don't think in 3 days he's not ready.
I don't. For me, when you say he didn't look good, are you saying he didn't look good playing or he didn't look good physically?
Both. I don't think he was involved in the game, but I think that's also because he wasn't physically ready. And just the way he was moving, I thought he just had fatigue about him. Also, I don't know if you've noticed, he's lost so much weight since that.
But then again, the game against Levante, right?
Yeah.
Everybody felt like Jude's back, right?
Yeah.
So, but listen, this is how I see it.
Okay.
He just had a bad game with Atleti. It doesn't mean that he might not be good facing a Kairat, right? You know, and in all sincerity, him coming in from the bench with Levante, that was the best game for them to have tested what Jude, you know, what level he is in terms of his physicality and even the mental side of it, right? And everybody felt like that was he did a few key passes that felt like, okay, we are seeing Jude. Now, he faced an Atleti. Mind you, it wasn't just a Jude problem. This was a Real Madrid problem. You know, the whole team were in shambles. The fact that they lost 5 wasn't on Jude Bellingham. It was on Real Madrid as a team. It was on Xavi Alonso as even a coach. Now, this game is a typical game that maybe, okay, they've not started him. At least let's to see if this is now more of a physical, that he's not actually physically ready to come in to play any games at this point, or was it just an Athletic game? The question is, how do you know?
Okay, we do need to take a quick little break because we are going to be kicking off in Bergamo and Almaty the second half of these 2 matches. Don't go anywhere.
One goal that lifts the crowd. One celebration that unites them like brothers. And for him, the end of the match. That's how one-up from SportyBet works. Don't wait until the final whistle to celebrate victory. Get settled early with SportyBet. One-up. Winning is now that easy.
What are your friends?
Don't worry, the big boys are coming. I will stay loyal to you as I am to SportyBet. I will keep you safe and secure like Sporty does my winnings. I will share my booking codes with you and only you. I will... yes, I will be your hero, your true Sporty hero.
Oh, and it falls through to the striker. What a goal! I can't believe it. We're just minutes in and it's already 1-0.
Oh, wait, Alex. Look at that fan. He's so emotional. Even his phone is getting some love. But wait, is he leaving? No, somebody stop him. This match is not over.
It is over if you play 1-up.
Get settled early with SportyBet. 1-up. Winning is now that easy.
Welcome back, and we are underway the second half here at Bergamo and Almaty. One change made for Atalanta, Bellanova coming off for Zappacosta, and for Real Madrid, guys, no changes made for Real Madrid or Kairat Almaty. Will we see Bellingham? Will we see Camavinga?
I really want to go back to the Bellingham
Please come back. We're back.
Because I do agree with Sara in not playing Bellingham for minutes, just because, and for the only reason that, especially, we know Bellingham is such an important player and he needs rest, and he didn't get that much recovery time from his surgery. He only got 2 months and he was supposed to get 3, and I feel like it could be dangerous going forward. Especially this season, especially since he's such an important player. So in these fixtures where it seems like it could be an easy game for Real Madrid, I don't see him starting. I see someone else, and I see him resting rather. And I would have had Valverde come in, Tchouaméni maybe out, and then Camavinga come in for Tchouaméni. No, Dani Ceballos out and Camavinga coming in for Ceballos.
Sorry. I mean,
Madrid has started better than they started the first half, we'll say that. They've not conceded a shot on target in 10 seconds, and they look more lively.
These are the standards, Mukami. These are the standards we have. Well, from the first half here, it's Real Madrid with 68% possession versus 32 and 9 total attempts versus Kairat's 5. So they're definitely the more attacking side. They're handling the ball more, but it is only 1-0. 45 minutes more or less of football left here. Let's see what they can do. Let's see what Xabi Alonso's side has in store for us. Meanwhile, Clinton, Atalanta need to come back. They're down 1. They need 2 to win at least. They don't need to concede anymore. And it's difficult right now for them. They've already made a change. You know, Juric is not... He's being pragmatic about his changes. He knows that they're at home, and they've already, like I mentioned at the top of the show, they lost that match to PSG, their opening day, 4-0. They're down 1-0 now. It's been a really poor start for them this season.
Well, I'm not really surprised. I think Atalanta, with the whole controversy regarding I feel like Ademola Lookman came with the spirit, and when he was having these issues, the whole winning spirit left Atlanta, and the only thing they could, I'm probably sure they saw it, and that's the reason why they've had to.
And the coach as well.
Yeah, they had a whole change. Yeah. And you know, sometimes when you change coaches, it's either the team become better or they become worse. And I think the later is now the case for Atalanta. Bringing out Ademola Lookman, of course, it's not going to happen overnight. He's not going to be the star guy that's just going to change everything. I don't think Ademola, he's an amazing player, but I don't think he's that one player that can come into a team and change everything. He's just an individual. Like you said, in Nigeria, he's not usually the Ademola. How did you said this is the Nigerian Ademola Lookman? Is that how you said?
This last. Let me not say.
No,
that.
but no, it's not. It's
like
not
that,
just
but
this last. But
especially.
no. But listen, it's not just even an Ademola Lookman thing. Every Nigerian player, they are not the player in their clubs when they play for the Super Eagles. So yeah, feel free to bash Nigerians. I would even support you on that
before you're
one.
saying I'm an enemy.
No, you're not. No, on that one,
And
you're
I'm
just saying.
being
On that
honest.
one, you're saying facts.
Yeah.
That one, because this is
We'll
something.
remember this moment.
No, but it's not about remembering moments. Sarah, I've said it here on the show that Nigerian Super Eagles are not who they are in their clubs. They go to Nigeria and they are playing the total opposite, including even, maybe Victor Osimhen, people would say he's one of the different guy. But then again, it depends on who feeds him. And if he doesn't get the feeding, everybody becomes that, rubbish Super Eagle player that will perform exceptionally well in their club. So, yeah, you are currently seeing the Nigerian Ademola Lookman at Atalanta. You will know Ademola Lookman when it comes to club football. He's always a beast. But yeah, like I said, there's always the physical, the mental, even the emotional side of things when it comes to him and Atalanta at this point. Like I said, we don't know the situation of him playing this first game. We don't know what could have happened when the fans would have seen him coming from the tunnel into the pitch. We don't know how fans perceive him at the moment. So it's definitely going to take time. I see him as a new player for the club now, again, in as much as he's played for that club for such a long time. Now he's almost like he's now getting reintroduced.
Yeah.
So he would need that time to now slip into the team and get things back to where he used to be before. It's quite unfortunate that.
But they don't have time because this is already their second defeat. I'm wondering what their fixtures moving forward are going to be. Because two losses already.
To know, actually.
And one is at home to Club Bruges so far. They need to turn this result around.
Yeah.
Because I feel like, are they facing Barcelona at some point?
They sure are.
Yeah, I remember that. It's going to be a very long group stage for Atalanta if they keep playing this way.
I don't see Atalanta going far in this campaign.
I don't see them in the last 16, to be honest. Not this group. And the fact that the only person we can actually count on in this group is Lookman, and that shouldn't be the case, even if he is the star boy of the team.
Kairat are not playing bad, They are literally, Okay, I think the final third is where the problem is. When it comes to
it's
passing the ball
quality.
around,
It's just the final quality when they get to the edge of the box.
Yes. No, passing the ball around. Ooh, okay, this guy has guts.
All right. Well, I do have the starting lineups for all 7 matches coming up at 9 o'clock local time. And Kylian Mbappe has scored his second goal of the night. As I'm saying that it is 2-0 to Real Madrid, 51 minutes into this match. And Kiki makes it 2. Clinton, you feeling?
Said that.
Huh?
Kiki.
DJ Kiki, I mean.
I never heard you call him Kiki, that's why.
Huh? Because I'm a professional, I should be calling him Kylian Mbappe.
I was asking the fans in the stadium, if Kylian Mbappe was a DJ, what name would you give him? And at least 70% of them called him DJ Kiki.
Did you have DJ Kicks?
Yes, about 2 of them said DJ Kicks as well.
That's what his friends call him.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
That's a beautiful chip over the keeper there.
I mean, that's what we expected from Vinicius earlier.
Yeah. I think that's
Gillian said, wait, let me show you how it's
Yep.
done. Because that was almost
doing this.
that was almost the exact same.
Listen, look. I mean, I said it. And remember, I said Kylian Mbappe would score if he was there. And he's just proven me right.
Well, there wasn't really much there that the keeper could do.
But you can tell that they've had a conversation in the back room with Alonso. Like, you guys don't embarrass me again. Like,
you guys don't
Saturday
embarrass me. I
was
don't know. I
bad
think
enough.
Alonso may have embarrassed them with some of the substitutions he made on Saturday. I don't know about that.
I mean, I don't think
Saturday was bad enough. So
I don't think this is a game of that Alonso will be saying, don't embarrass me. Like, this one is like, Alonso will probably be saying, you guys know what to do. This game is there's no bargaining.
No, but at halftime, you can definitely tell they're playing so much different than they were playing in the first half. They've come out attacking, and it means something was said in the back room. They've not been playing the way they played the first half.
But Kylian Mbappe always scores. That's the crazy thing. It's
4
Making a
goals.
goal here.
4 goals already in the Champions League.
Mbappe always scores. It's like literally a goal machine. There's no difference between Mbappe and Haaland at this point.
Well, there's a free kick outside of the
Mbappe.
area here for Kairat. Can they do anything with this opportunity? Let's see. Wow. Well, that wasn't bad at all. Sorry, because it hit the back.
I thought it was a goal. Damn, that was...
For a minute there, we had to take a little look at that. Really well done here from Kairat. Just wide there, and it did bounce off the back of the netting. So we thought maybe, but well done. Well done, because he had Courtois beat. It is 2-0 still in Almaty, though, here. Guys, I do have the lineups, though, for the upcoming matches, if we want to get into them. We'll start with Chelsea and Benfica, naturally. Robert Sanchez, Malo Gusto, Trevor Chalobah, Badiashile, and Cucurella. Buonanotte returns to the lineup. Enzo Fernandez and Caicedo in the middle. And it is Pedro Neto, Tyreek George, and Alejandro Garnacho making his start for Chelsea.
Right.
Joao Pedro sees the bench alongside Reece James and Estevao. Clinton, immediate reaction to Chelsea's starting lineup here?
To be honest, I think it's a bit scary, having Garnacho start this one. But, we know Garnacho, when he wants to give you quality. Ooh.
Ademola Lookman trying to get something happening here with his teammates.
Look! Oh, okay. Masantuano.
Ooh.
I told you, no direction. No ways, no moving map. Nothing.
He didn't have a plan.
Like that's the thing. Like, his decision making is like, he's not thinking about, okay, is somebody he's not, thank you, he's not 2 steps ahead. He's always just, what is in front? That's what I care about.
As soon as you said that, and I'm starting to pay attention. I'm really understanding.
No, I've seen it. I've seen him trying to walk through players here, but he's not thinking, okay, what could I do to open the legs just to put the ball through? He will just kick it and expect that some kind of miracle would happen. That's my problem with the young man.
He's programming you into believe in that.
You were talking about Garnacho.
Now you're paying. Just keep watching.
No, I'm going to be following him for the rest of the season. Because that's what we love about, really.
Oh la la! A shot for Arad, who just picked up a yellow card here for Kairat, but taking a shot and not too far off from Thibaut Courtois here. Oh, it did take a deflection. Oh, did it? No, pardon me. Wow. Well, they're pressing. They definitely are pressing. And it's another yellow card here for Yunus Musa on Atalanta. All right. Well, that was Chelsea's lineup. Clinton, Alejandro Garnacho starting for Benfica and
Yeah, and then Tyreek George, though.
Tyreek George
I
starting
feel
up
like
front.
for Chelsea, if so many things have been going wrong, try something different. Because
Well, I think
they've
that's what
put
Enzo
their
Maresca's
faith
saying.
on Pedro for so long, and he has just not been delivering. So why not give it a try against Benfica? Because they can't afford to lose this game again. They've been on such a bad
3 back-to-back losses.
Yeah, I feel like it's good that he's being brave, and we've seen other young players come on and make a difference. So I'm excited to see how it works out for Chelsea.
Jose Mourinho's side: Trubin, Dahl, Otamendi, Antonio Silva, and Dedic, Barrenechea, Orsnes, and Rios, and up front Sudikov, Pavlidis, and Luka Bacchio.
Not Di Maria?
No. He doesn't play for Benfica anymore.
Really?
Went back to Rosario Central.
No, really?
I saw his last tournament at the Club World Cup.
Oh, no way, really?
Against Chelsea.
Oh, my God.
I was crying.
Damn! I wasn't following that. Damn, man.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, no, Chelsea would.
Still
I
scoring
think
Olympiacos.
this is a game for Chelsea to win.
Well, they're going to have
What
to.
did you predict?
I think I still went Chelsea to win, actually. I think I went 2-1.
Can we get Clinton's predictions back on the board?
Real
One
Madrid.
minute here.
Ooh, Vinny,
Kairat.
Mbappe.
Oh my God!
Who was that? Who was that?
Okay, Mbappe.
Mbappe, you? Wait, Mbappe! Huh? Mbappe!
Clinton, you would have scored that.
Mbappe!
Vinicius did everything right.
No, wait. Was that Mbappe?
That was Mbappe by himself.
Mbappe by himself in front of the keeper. The keeper's pulled back on the right side.
No
Mbappe
way!
open net and yeah, those are the ones. Those are the
yes.
ones.
Oh, my
He should be on a hat trick at the moment. He really should be. Wow. Wow. Okay, Real Madrid.
We keep,
That's okay, Clinton. Remember what you said. On 10 shots, he's scoring 8 of them. This is not his 10th shot. Don't worry. He'll get there.
Hey, Mbappe.
That was so bad. Honestly, if it was any other player. I think, we've been criticizing.
Bro, Lucia will score that goal. Elena will come on now. Candela will close her eyes and hey, God, dude.
Take a look at Lookman's shot here, again, from the angle. He's trying to do everything he can to get on the board as well.
Yeah.
Look at this one, Clinton.
That's a corner.
Oh,
It didn't go out.
Mbappe,
Okay.
no. Mbappe, no.
I'm liking how he's performing.
All
in the
right,
second
we have 2 more subs being made for Atalanta. Ederson coming off here. And let's see who the second sub is. Samarsdic coming in. So it's Ademola Lookman is leaving the match, Clinton.
Oh.
Sulemana and Samarsdic coming in for the Italian side.
I literally cannot believe what. No, sorry.
You're thinking about Mbappe.
No, Mbappe of all people. No, come on now. No be juju be that.
No be juju be that.
No.
No be juju.
All right. Wow.
He's human. Sometimes we have to be reminded that these players are human.
Clinton, quick one just on Ademola Lookman coming out here. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I mean, coach, they've got to. Okay, look at this. If this is, are you guys? Are you? Wait, who? Hey, Jesus.
Was that Mbappe?
No, wait.
No, wait.
Sorry.
Take your time before you confirm him.
That was Mbappe again.
No, it's like
That was such a poor pass.
Mbappe
from
needs to stop sleeping with whoever he's sleeping with, man. Like,
He
like,
scored 2
no.
goals, Clinton. Be nice.
What? Hey, Jesus.
Oh, man. Clinton, you have something else. Okay. All right. 2-0 for Real Madrid, 1-0 to Club Bruges. Guys, I have the lineups for Liverpool and Galatasaray, and I think Clinton will like this one. Home side, Galatasaray. Kahir starting in the net. Singo, Sanchez, Bardazzi, and Jacobs a back four. Lamina, Torreira, and Ilkay Gundogan. And up front, Yunus Akun, Yilmaz and Victor Osimhen.
That's the game I'm going to be watching, though.
We are watching Victor
is this-
Osimhen
Okay,
tonight
this is
against
Galatasaray home.
Liverpool.
I would have loved this one to be at Anfield, you know.
I made my prediction believing Osimhen wouldn't start, so I'm already dubious about the prediction I made. There's no way Liverpool are keeping a clean sheet. I'd put 2-0.
I told you no. I told you no. They leak goals all the time. Wow, chance there for Kairat. Liverpool's also making some rotations here. Alisson Becker, Frimpong Konate, Virgil van Dijk and Kirkez, Szoboszlai, Gravenberch and Curtis Jones in the middle. And it's Florian Wirtz who's going to be taking over that right wing position of Mo Salah, Ekitike and Cody Gakpo. Mukami, what do you think about that, pushing Wirtz up a bit? Salah getting some rest and Ekitike being the man to start in this one.
Yeah, I feel like Wirtz has been getting so much criticism, and I think for Slot spending so much money, he needs to find. It's like he's listening to what people are saying, because you know.
Ooh,
a lot of
big save from Thibaut Courtois here.
Oh,
Wow.
It feels like Kairat just suddenly woke up, you know. But they have to be very careful though, because
the counter.
it's the counter, yeah.
It's just that Real Madrid hasn't capitalized on any of those counters.
Oh, this is
come
good.
on.
Wow, big
That's a good
save.
Proper save from.
18 years old?
18 years old, call him Lamine Yamal.
Yeah, but Kairat, they got very careful with this all of them pushing into attack though.
Yeah, I think Real Madrid are
Because
really
Real Madrid could have easily scored 2 extras already.
But I feel like they really want a goal for the fans, because I noticed when
Just
the
for the
corner,
stadium to go.
Yeah, when like they got the corner, one of the players
Oh,
was telling the
this is
fans.
crazy.
That was a save.
I mean, that felt like an offside though.
It's not a penalty.
No, it felt, no, I mean, that was a good save.
No.
But I feel Vinny was in an offside position.
Another change being made for Atalanta. Vermont coming in for Trace Soldi.
Yeah,
No
but-
substitutions for Real Madrid yet.
Yeah, I think.
But it's so unfortunate for Lookman, isn't it?
Yeah, but I mean, for somebody who's not played, I wouldn't be expecting him to play a full 90 minutes.
But he was just about to, like
He was just
switched
switching on.
Yes.
And it's like that's when you take him off, because he started being very positive.
Very threatening as
Yeah. So I feel like the timing was off with that change. I'm wondering if the fans clapped for him or not. I feel like that's something I'll look for online to see what happened when the switch is being made.
But you know the funny thing, if I was a player, I know my kind of personality, if I was Ademola Lookman, I would do something and I would toil with the mental health of the fans. And when I say it, in a positive manner. So now, but it depends. Ademola Lookman doesn't seem like a social media type of person, right?
Yeah.
I've noticed it. But me, this kind of game, I would literally go on my Twitter or my Instagram and I would put, the man himself is back. Yeah? Literally, this is me sending a message. I'm just trying to change the atmosphere on
Would you
how
write
I'm
in
being
Italian?
perceived. Probably, yes. Yeah. I would,
To get them to understand.
See, I would do it. And I would just put out stuff that would kind of like change the atmosphere positively before I come on the pitch, just to gain that level of support. Like, I don't care if it's going to backfire or not, but I'm going to bring a personality before getting on that pitch.
But sometimes you let the football talk. You know, I remember that those players like Beckham or Ronaldo, where like the season that he was being booed everywhere was the season that he'd scored the most goals since joining Manchester United. There's some people who feed off that negative energy.
Do you know, if I was a player, do you know the one person I believe, the personality I would have?
Who?
Mention one player. Okay, well, you know from...
I know.
Who?
Isaac.
Definitely not Isaac, no.
Because,
What's the question?
Huh?
What's the question?
So I'm saying, because I just give them an example of, if I was Ademola Lookman before this game, what would I have done via social media that would have upped the spirit of the fans positively before I would have gotten on that stadium?
Who's the
Right?
one player? Zlatan.
Oh, that's him. You actually got it. You literally just got it spot on.
I was like, you know what
For
I
real,
thought?
yeah.
Who's the player
Literally.
who loves himself more than people?
No, that's literally him.
Who's the most?
I was actually
What's
surprised.
the
I was
biggest
surprised you actually thought about him.
Which player has the biggest head?
I was like, who's the one player that thinks so highly of himself? that he wouldn't let what other people think get to him.
Exactly.
I remember that one press conference where he got in front of this journalist. He was like, "Do you play football or do I play football?"
I don't know if you guys
that
saw.
he was supposed to play for Arsenal and he was told to go for trials and he was like,
Oh, look at this. Look. Ooh, the
Me
keeper came
trials?
Wow, well done from the keeper there.
No, the keeper is really good. But I don't know if you guys saw this social media trend of Ibrahimovic where people were saying they were just hyping the kind of things they would expect from Ibrahimovic. For example, they would say when Ibrahimovic reads a novel, he doesn't gain knowledge. The novel gains knowledge. Like, you know.
Do you remember when LeBron James sent him a jersey and he sent a jersey back signed?
LeBron sent him his Lakers jersey. He signed the jersey and sent it back. They also took out the front page of the LA Times.
Oh my God, that's too funny.
Saying, "I'm here." Yeah. A triple substitution made for Kairat Almaty, Tapalov, Jorginho, and Arad out with Babek, Edmilson, and Stanojev coming in this one. Sorry, guys, continue. Just a quick update there.
I need to go find some of those quotes, man.
yeah, I was doing that the
A
same
lion
thing.
doesn't concern himself with the lamb.
I was just checking on X as well.
No, I saw
so
one. They said when Ibrahimovic was born, his parents did not name him. He named his parents.
You know, one thing about Ibra, though, is that he always, he was very full of himself.
No, yeah.
You know, he always said Messi was the best football player in the world.
Yeah.
He's he acknowledged him.
No, he acknowledged that one. Yeah. No, he was in that one. He was real on that one. Nah, I literally booked math. When I was reading all that stuff, I was like, Jesus Christ, these are so funny. Like, how do people come up with this stuff?
He's such a character.
No, trust me.
The fact that Xabi Alonso is not making any changes yet is...
There's a penalty here given to Kairat Almaty from a Dani Ceballos foul here. Dani Ceballos calling for that, but they are going to take it to VAR and do a double check. Clinton, you might want to check in here.
Let's see. What's happened now?
Penalty.
Because this could be this guy's coming in back to the game.
Yeah, we just got...
Well, the referee is taking his time. He's looking at the monitor, and here is it again.
It is a penalty.
And so it was the follow-through of Dani Ceballos that didn't get the ball, that didn't change the direction of the ball.
That's a penalty for me.
So if you guys are saying one's a penalty, then I think the other, because he doesn't get anything on the ball, and it's the follow.
This is actually a worse offense for me. Penalty.
Yeah. No?
Sorry?
Review. What?
No penalty?
I'm done.
Sorry?
That is insane.
Sorry, hold on. Sorry, what? Wait, what?
Where's my tinfoil hat?
No, you don't need the hat, girl. This
Where
is obvious.
This is...
Sorry? Oh, I mean, okay. Well, oh, Lord have mercy.
Oh my gosh.
Really?
That's
okay. Well,
where's Alex when you need him?
I was going to say exact same time.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
I'll take it.
Come on in, Sara.
I'll take it.
Sorry, guys. Listen, look me in the eye right now. Look me in the eye, because you had one with Marseille, and we remember, but two back-to-back in the Champions League. I'm tired. I'm bored of the narrative. As a football fan, we can now tell what's going to happen every single game. What is going on? If it is meant that there's contact on a player and the defender or the keeper doesn't change the direction of the ball or come into contact with the ball, like we saw with the keeper for Kairat Almaty, then why is this not a penalty given to Kairat against Dani Ceballos for that? I need someone to explain the rules to me, because apparently I don't know anything about football, because that to me should be a penalty.
And why didn't the referee review? Like, why are you just listening to the VAR? Why aren't you going and checking for yourself? Because your instinct was it was a penalty. So why don't you want to confirm what your instinct is telling you? Why are you trusting other people instead of
Real Madrid?
Because it doesn't cost anything for you to just go and see for yourself.
That one, like I said.
I'm just tired.
Like I said, I'll take it, but That was shocking, man.
Vinicius Jr. and Massantuano out for Brahim Diaz and Rodrigo Nouha. There are your subs for Xabi Alonso's side. 2-0 and 20 minutes left about in this match. Wow, wow, wow. 1-0 for Club Brugge still. Atalanta pressing, but still not able to score in this one.
Sorry, can I read you some of the
Yeah,
quotes?
yeah.
I know this one is a very sweet one. It must have been difficult for Zlatan to raise both his parents as a single child.
What did you say? What did you say?
No, think about this. It must have been difficult for Zlatan to raise both parents as a single child. And don't forget about that one. Zlatan's father's name is Zlatan Jr. If you invite Zlatan, then you are the guest. 911 calls Zlatan for emergency.
Just a quick one. We do have a penalty check here for Atalanta. Back-to-back penalty checks in these two matches here. All the controversy happening in the Champions League, and we're only at the first two matches, guys. 7 matches coming up in 45 minutes' time. So I'm sure that will be much more difficult for us to keep up with. Let's see what the referee has to say here and take a look at the foul one more time. They said the check is over. It's not going to be a penalty for Atalanta in the end. I do want this play to... Oh, it is going to be a penalty. Pardon me.
It's a penalty, actually.
It is a penalty for Atalanta. All right, let's see if the Italians can equalize at Bergamo at their home.
One more, actually.
And they do. Easy as just like that. We have 1-1. Samardzic, the substitution being made, coming in and doing exactly what Juric wanted him to do. 1-1 at Bergamo. 20 minutes left of football to play. Everything left to play for. There you go, just like that. Mukami, you spoke about how they needed this win. They have a heavy Champions League campaign ahead. They're coming off that loss. Maybe they could do it. There is still time.
This needs to be the spark that that lights, because they've not been that positive.
Allah! Real Madrid make it 3-0.
Hat-trick.
Hat-trick for Kylian.
Yes.
3-0 for Real Madrid.
What a goal. What a goal.
Did you already forget about that missed one?
I
would
wonder
hope
what
you did.
I mean, I still remember it, to be
the
honest.
odds
because
were
it
for
was,
Mbappe.
But hat-trick, though, he's done his job for the night. He's done it.
Of course he.
So he's forgiven.
Who said 3-0 in the prediction? You said 3-0.
Yeah, you said 3-0.
Okay.
And I said 3-1. So
Yeah,
maybe who
we
knows?
all said 3-1.
It should be 3-1.
Yeah. True that. Very true.
Good man.
Oh.
But then again, if they awarded that penalty, though, maybe the whole atmosphere would have been different.
That's a beautiful goal.
That's always what it is, though. We never know what'll happen if the penalty was given.
And look, the assist.
Woo, from Rodrigo. Okay, no.
No, but the play together.
Assists.
Yeah, they played well together.
Arda Guler and Kylian Mbappe. It's beautiful. And like you said, Sarah, I think you said it yesterday, Arda Guler knows exactly what he has to do, and that makes him an amazing midfielder.
Yeah, I mean, every time I see Arda with the ball, he's looking up and he's looking for where Mbappe is. And so it's great. I mean, this match is really running away from Kairat, unfortunately. Mbappe is unstoppable. And, the controversy of the penalty didn't go their way. And like you said, Clinton, that could have changed everything.
That's beautiful.
See, I'm not enjoying football, man. Nice, come on. I've told you I'm
That's
tired of.
Brahim and Rodrigo, by the way.
But wait, who did it? Was it Massantuano that left?
And Vinny.
And Vinny.
I mean,
They weren't doing much.
no, they weren't doing a lot, man. No, for me, I'm now seeing some kind of connection going on with the passes. Like there's.
And this is not good for Vinny, because the times he scored was him coming off the bench. So what kind of message are you sending to Xabi Alonso that he should start you on the bench and then maybe give you minutes? Because that's the clear message that he's sending by not doing much from the get-go.
Yeah, but that miss from Kylian Mbappe, that assist was from Vinny, wasn't it?
Yeah,
The first one,
It was
Sorry,
from Vinny.
I mean-
And it was
Sorry, Vinny.
finally he's doing something right that we keep criticizing him for.
He's being a team player.
Yeah.
Yeah, which he was criticized.
And
for
now
last
he's
season.
thinking, look, I passed to Mbappe and he missed.
Yeah. I mean, you will always
This
have
guy
that
has it
conversation.
out for me.
Yeah. Nice, hard.
I have the lineups, guys, here for Atleti and Frankfurt, and several changes made for Diego Simeone's side. Yano Black, that's not going to change. Llorente, Lenormand, Longley, and Ruggeri coming in. Simeone, Gallagher, Barrios, and Antoine Griezmann getting the start. And up front, it's going to be the pairing of Julian alongside Raspadori. Meanwhile, for Frankfurt, it's Santos, Brown, Thiate, Cook, and Collins, Shiri, Kanuzen, and Chalibi, and Noff, Burkott, and Doan for the visiting side. Mukami, when you hear that lineup for Diego Simeone, do you like that we are having some changes here? Ruggeri, Gallagher, Griezmann, and Raspadori, the 4 changes made.
Yeah, I feel like Griezmann ended the game quite positively, and he's needed to be confident. You know, he's not been performing to his best, and I think he proved that he still has something special, so it's good to see him on the side. And for them to go with the 2 strikers up top, it shows their
look into his
intent
arm. That's
that they're
serious.
going
That's
to
very
attack. Oof.
I mean,
What's
but that was okay. Bellingham, is that Bellingham getting ready?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Sorry, big man. Are we getting
There
some,
she
man?
is with the braids. Angel's in the building, guys. She'll be joining us shortly. She'll be. Oh my goodness
No, yeah,
gracious!
that was-
had an elbow
That was muy
in
fatal.
a bad direction.
Fatal.
He's back on the pitch. That's good to see.
Ooh, Atlanta
Yeah.
also attacking. Quite a close one there.
When Zlatan downloads the app accepts his terms and
Stop.
conditions. No, sorry. There's just some really good
Keep
ones.
reading them all
So,
throughout
just
our watch along.
just
drop
one.
every
Just
15 minutes. Just say one. Just say one.
yeah.
You know what they should do? They should write them. Also
I
on the screen.
know. But this one was too. This one is too good, man.
All right, let's go through Marseille and Ajax also in action tonight. Rui, Medina, Pavard, Aguerd, Emerson, Nadir, O'Reilly, Vermeeren, Mason Greenwood, Aubameyang, and Pashao up front. And for Ajax, it's Yados, Vindel, Bas, Ikataro, and Lucas Rosa. Regier, Klaassen, Gluck, Taylor, and up front, Goetz and Bergies. Nouha, do you see Marseille getting the win in this match after the controversial match against Real Madrid, beating PSG? There's momentum for this side.
Yeah, for sure. I do feel like there is a momentum, and this season, more than anything, they have something to prove. They want to come for the title, and they want to come for more. They want to come for Champions League, especially since PSG won it last season. So they have a lot in play, and they're doing great. And you know, Mason Greenwood is being their guy, Pavard is being their midfield. So they have good chances, especially being in this Ajax side. So yeah.
And it's at the Velodrome as well, so we know what that's like.
Yeah, the fans go crazy at the Velodrome, especially for a Champions League fixture.
Ooh la la. Another chance there for Real Madrid. All right, what match have we not gotten into yet? All right, Bodo Glimt and Tottenham Hotspur. Let's go through those lineups. Why not? Bodo Glimt, as we know, Real Madrid. Oh, Camavinga and Jude Bellingham coming in.
And Gonzalo Garcia, by the way.
And Gonzalo
Ooh,
Garcia.
who's coming out? Is Mbappe go? Okay,
Yeah,
well, Mbappe's had a hat trick
so.
already, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Triple substitution being
Hat-trick.
made and a double substitution being made for Kairat as well. Gromyko and Sapayev coming out for the Kazakh side. We're wondering if he did pick up an injury in his arm in that one. Potentially. And we will see Zarya and Ricardinho coming in. Meanwhile, Bellingham, Garcia, and Camavinga looking
so happy
hungry.
to be there.
Chouameni will be a player that's coming off for Real Madrid, alongside Arda Guler. And what I would be expecting is Kylian Mbappe.
Ricardinho.
I was going to say, I was going to say something about it when I saw it.
A little bit of
Tell me
Brazilian
you're
spice,
Brazilian
never heard
without
no.
telling me you're
Ricardinho.
Brazilian.
And it is Kylian Mbappe that will be coming off as well. So a triple substitution made. Xabi Alonso's side obviously feeling very comfortable in this one. Kylian Mbappe probably getting a little standing ovation. The fans happy to see this man playing at their home. And nothing much left for him to do in this one. So why not make those substitutions?
Rodrigo,
But did you see that leg walk, though?
he honestly
Man
contributes
has it.
so much.
You were just talking about Gonzalo Garcia not getting minutes, and look at him getting minutes. So Maybe
Yeah, I
he'll
mean,
score.
but you would see him getting the minutes when Mbappe scored a hat-trick, obviously. Like,
Yeah.
and if it was 1-0, I don't think you would see him coming in.
But then Mbappe scores hat-tricks every match now, I feel like, so...
I mean, I don't think he scored more than 2 in the last since this.
True.
It's always been a brace and then it goes out. But I mean, this game could have easily been 4 or 5 for Kylian Mbappe. Who knows?
It could have been 4 if he scored that one
Of course.
clear goal that was given to him
That
by
was
Vini.
that was a shocker for me, man.
Let's quickly go through Bodo Glimt and Tottenham Hotspur's lineup. This is the most Eastern game being played at the moment, the Kairat and Real Madrid game, and the Bodo Glimt Tottenham Hotspur, the most northern match, as we know. Bodo Glimt, very cold, very far north in that one. So it's Hakeem, Svold, Boteft, Alasami, and Bjorn in the back. Evan, Berg, and Bernstadt Fett in the middle, and Alkeland, Hu, and Haug up front. For Thomas Frank's side, Vicario, Spence, Mickey van de Ven, Danso, and Pedro Porro. Sara, Bentancur, and Berval, and up front, Johnson, Richarlison, and Odegaard.
And who?
Odegaard
Sorry? For Tottenham?
for Tottenham Hotspur
Wait, where's Kudus?
on the bench.
I mean, I would understand. Maybe I don't think this game is very. They would probably think
They got to
it's-
win against them in Europa League, so I think they go into this fixture thinking that they have an easy win.
Oh, look at this! Wait.
Rotation.
Camavinga scores! Camavinga, yes, get him there.
First touch.
4. This is what I'm talking about, man. I said,
Is that
listen,
his first touch?
Yes. Listen, for me, this is how they should be winning after that kind of fatal loss at Atleti. This is what I want to see, man. Bro,
Camavinga.
look at that.
Back
But wait,
after-
but you gotta give credit to who was the person
That's
that
what
was
I'm
driving
waiting
with that
for
ball?
here. That's what I'm waiting for.
I want to see who
Is
that
that
is.
Rodrigo?
If it's Rodrigo, I'll be so happy. God, tell me it's Rodrigo.
Stop the lights.
God, tell me it's Rodrigo.
One more time.
It was Rodrigo!
Rodrigo,
I said
get
I want
out
to
of
see this
town.
guy play more football.
Hey, Madrid.
I want to see Rodrigo play more football, man.
You guys wanted this guy out of your
Look at
camp.
that. Look at that.
You wanted this guy to leave your team?
Come on, man.
Come on now.
Look at that.
Absolutely brilliant. Setting Camavinga up perfectly. But Rodrigo,
Telling me Mastantuano.
in both of these games in the Champions League, just a friendly reminder to all of you with the criticism for him. He's been one of your best players. Maybe after Kylian Mbappe, it's him. Brilliant work from him, and obviously great for Camavinga coming
And
back
it's beautiful football. It's inspired. It's not a penalty.
Oh, my goodness.
What happened there?
Atalanta really trying to do something crazy with a bicycle kick, but your man just kept going.
Oh, man, I'm so happy for Rodrigo, man.
Wow.
No, but you see, I'm happy with Real Madrid right
Look,
now.
look.
Let me
Wait. No. Oh, we're rude. We are rude. All right, I have one last lineup. My goodness, there are 7 matches coming up in half an hour time. It's Paphos and Bayern Munich. Paphos.
Oh.
All right, Paphos sees Michael, Lukasen, Goldar, and David Luiz, Jaja, Pepe,
Nah, that's a yellow
Sunjic,
card.
and Pelias, Orsic, Anderson, and Drogomir up front for Bayern Munich.
That should be a yellow card.
Manuel Neuer, Guerreiro, Kim, Upamecano, Clinton's favorite player, Leimer, Pavlovic, Harry Kane, Kimmich, Luis Diaz, Nicholas Jackson, and Michael Olise.
Beautiful.
Clinton said, I get to watch Lookman, I get to watch Nicholas Jackson, I get to watch Victor Osimhen. Well, Nicholas Jackson coming in, and so is Angel. Yeah, she is. There she is. Right in.
Hello.
No, you didn't. You came in well. Hi.
I'm fine.
Hi, how are you?
I think I'm answering the wrong question.
You're fine.
Hello.
Hi. It's 4-0 to Real Madrid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I thought they would struggle a bit, but, because of
They did in the first half.
Yeah,
They
so-
did. Also,
And I also thought Kairat to be able to pull at least one goal.
there was a penalty. They should have had
We
one.
should see her
Yeah.
prediction.
Yeah. Do we have Angel's predictions?
Look at me, as well, just
yes,
come
I
sit here.
said-
Let's all be together. as a family. And like, because I feel like they just deserted me somewhere.
That's true. I couldn't stay there.
I knew-
No.
Oh my God, Atalanta have scored! It is 2-1 up for Goma. There's 3 minutes left in this match, and Atalanta have scored. Oh my goodness me! Wow, coming from behind in this one. My, oh my, look at what it means to them. Look at what it means to the fans. And it's Pasalic. Another substitution, I believe, made here. Wow. Scenes in Bergamo. 2-1 to the home side. 3 minutes left in this one.
Sorry, Sarah.
You're okay. Sorry to you. Real Madrid did struggle in the first half here, Angel, I will say. But they got into the momentum of things, for sure. And there was a penalty that probably should have gone in the direction of Kairat, but it didn't, and it motivated Real Madrid more. And that's all I think we could say about that one.
Yeah, it's like they had angels coming to criticize after the Atletico game, and they were like, nope, we need to do better now.
They know that they cannot afford to lose back-to-back games, especially against Kairat. I mean, it should be a comfortable win. You should expect Real Madrid. 15-time UCL champions. You should be seeing of Kairat. That's just making what their first appearance in the Champions League. So, no surprise.
Nice! Rodrigo, you did ball! Rodrigo, you are balling, man!
Chobo! Another Chobo in this match.
Oh, God, I shouldn't miss.
Triple
That's
substitution
nothing.
made for Club Bruges, trying to get something in the final moments at Bergamo.
God, I stop.
All right, well, let's quickly go to the Metropolitano because we do have Alex Ashmore ahead of Atletico and Eintracht Frankfurt. Alex, we've seen the lineup, some substitutions being made here. Gallagher getting the start, Griezmann, Ruggeri, and Raspadori. What do you think about that?
Well, Sarah, no changes for what I was expecting. Obviously, we saw yesterday, I think, Sorloth training away from the group, and that was a worry. He was doing some exercises. It looked like he had a problem, and I think it is from a knock in the derby. Of course, there are still players like Jose Maria Jimenez who are still out, Cardoso, who's still yet to really feature in this squad, and players like Alex Baena, who we haven't really seen since he played for Villarreal, and we know that he's one of Atleti's top signings. Thiago Almada still out. But I think for this Champions League game, we saw how well Giacomo Raspadori did when he came on against Liverpool. So I'm not surprised to see him back in the squad. Gallagher, I think, against this Frankfurt side, who they're going to score goals. They scored 6 at the weekend, as we've said. They scored 5 against Galatasaray in match day 1. And this Atleti side, I think they want to be secure today. And let's not forget, actually, Diego Simeone will not be on the bench today.
Sorry, guys. I'm trying to keep in touch with Alex here. Sorry, Alex. I was rewatching a replay, and I thought there was another goal here. It's all kicking off. You know how Champions League nights go. Right. You were just speaking about Eintracht Frankfurt, though, and the last 2 matches they've had, and they can score a lot of goals. Atleti, a team that of late we can see score a lot of goals as well. But do you expect them to come out the same way they came out against Real Madrid and really grab this game by the throat and start offensively and, you know, kind of play that opposite kind of football of Diego Simeone?
I love you when this guy does this.
I think they'll want to start where they left off. I asked Robin and Norman at the weekend, is this the turning point? Often you get a result in a game like that, like they did against Rayo and against Real Madrid, where that turns your season around. And Atleti haven't been good, let's be honest, at the start of this season. And I know Mukami would say that Diego Simeone deserves another 15, 20, 30 years in the job, but they haven't been good. They're 5th in the table. They lost their first game to Liverpool against the Liverpool side, who are beatable. We've seen their flaws. They lost to Crystal Palace at the weekend. So I think that result against Real Madrid will give them the world of confidence heading into tonight. But they're up against a very good Frankfurt side, who I think a lot of us are underestimating this year and could go quite far in this competition.
Is there anyone specifically on Eintracht Frankfurt, Alex, that you think could give Atleti a bit of a problem? Obviously, they have Uzan, they have Koch, but is there anyone that you think might be able to do it tonight at the Metropolitano?
I look at the team, I don't see. It's a bit like Chelsea, and I'm not saying that Frankfurt are a good team, Chelsea are a good team like Frankfurt. That's not what I'm saying. I'm seeing a team that shares responsibilities. I'm seeing goals from all angles. I think we're going to see, perhaps last season for Frankfurt, they had Hugo Ekitike. He was that main man or that figurehead up front. But this season, I feel like we've seen a more equal sharing of the goals, the efforts, the assists. And I think tonight that is going to be the big problem for Atleti. Can they deal with attacks from all angles, from the left, from the middle, from the right? And I think it's going to be a case of putting out fires where you can. This Atleti side, we've seen their weaknesses in defence. We know Real Madrid picked them apart with the goal from Kylian Mbappe and Arda Guler's goal. 2 counter-attacks, and I think that's been Atleti's weakness this season, paying attention in key moments. So for Atleti, they've got to be aware that this Frankfurt side are going to hit them from every angle. So I think it's not a case of watching one player, it's watching all of those players in attack and midfield.
Alex, I do have to bring up, because you brought up Chelsea yourself, I'm just going to read you the starting lineup for Chelsea because we've gone over it. I don't know if you've seen it, but I need your reaction for this one. They've gone with Sanchez, a back four of Gusto, Chalobah, Badiashile, and Cucurella. The midfield consisting of Enzo, Buenanote, and Caicedo. And up front, Pedro Neto, Tyreek George, and Alejandro Garnacho getting the start in this. What do you make of that?
I didn't realise they were playing a pre-season friendly against Plymouth Argyle, or it was an under-21s Champions League. I thought this was the actual Champions League. I do joke. It's a thin squad. I know they've got injuries and that defence is very weak. Cucurella's in there. He's got to do a job tonight because Badiashile, Malagusto, we know how sometimes he can be unreliable, but that midfield, that attack as well, I really don't see goals. And I think Mourinho's seeing this and he's licking his lips. He's thinking, I've come here, I'm back at my old team. I reckon I can get a win tonight. Smash and grab, typical Mourinho performance. Maybe get a goal in the first couple of minutes and then park the bus, because he's sitting there thinking, this Chelsea side aren't going to bother me all night long. I can sit there, hands on his head. He can maybe have a nap on the bench. He can sit there and just be like, they're not going to do anything. This Chelsea side are bad. And I've said it again, I know people accuse me of being biased, but I think Enzo Maresca is really under a lot of pressure.
And listen, though, Mukami made a good point in that Enzo Maresca is at least being pragmatic. You know, it hasn't been working out well for them. They're on 3 back-to-back losses here. Maybe a couple changes could propel them in the right direction.
Alex, let us get out. It's a goal, man. Go for Real Madrid. Brahim, bro. What are you in about? It's a goal. It's a goal. 5-0. 5-0, bro. 5-0, bro. Real Madrid. Hey, stop. Right.
Alex Ashmore, we just had a goal from Brahim Diaz. It is 5-0 to Real Madrid. So I don't know if your ears are ringing after that, but Brahim makes it 5 for Los Blancos. And back to Chelsea, though, does it give you some hope that Enzo Maresca is at least trying to be pragmatic and making changes when certain things haven't been working of late?
He doesn't have a choice, really. Injuries, players playing badly, he has to. If he doesn't, he looks silly. And I know it's going to be that again. I'm always criticising Chelsea. I can see the comments, this guy hates Chelsea. It's just my honest opinion. He has to change things. Something's not going right. Something's going on in the stadium. I assume the referees have just come out to warm up because there's a lot of boos. But when you look at this Chelsea side, they were bad against Man United. That Man United side went on to lose against Brentford. They were bad at the weekend against Brentford. Trevor Chalobah, a lapse in concentration. So he has to make some changes. Otherwise, people will start saying, is he the man equipped for this job to lead this Chelsea side to bigger and better things?
All right, and lastly, Alex, if Atleti win this match tonight against Frankfurt, how well does that set them up for the weekend, knowing that they're headed to Baileiros and taking on Celta Vigo? Not an easy feat at all.
I think when you look at this next couple of fixtures for Atleti, it's really important. Frankfurt tonight, they've got to start with a win at home in the Champions League. They lost their first game to Liverpool, as I said. They're already playing catch-up. The league, they're already playing catch-up as well. They're 5th. They need to catch up to Barcelona and Real Madrid. And, well, as we've seen with this Atleti side, we don't know what Atleti we're going to get. Are we going to get the Atleti we saw on Saturday? Are we going to get the Atleti we saw against Elche? We don't know. But I think the thing is, if they get a win tonight, that can really build that momentum. They've got to build on the momentum from Saturday. Otherwise, it's all for nothing. If you lose tonight, that's 2 games, no points. It really does start to look worrying for Simeone's side. They've got 6 games left. That's some tough opposition. Arsenal away. Clinton earlier was just saying that he thinks they're going to win the Premier League. So it all hinges on tonight, and Celta Vigo, who will be a really tough opponent on the weekend.
All right, Alex, well, we'll let you go and get inside. It's about 20 minutes from kickoff, so we hope that it's an exciting match this evening, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow back on the show for our second day of Match Day 2 Watch Along.
Enjoy your evening, guys.
Sorry, my friend. Bit of a celebration there, but we had Alex. Real Madrid have won this one 5-0. Atalanta coming back from behind, winning 2-1. All right, take it away. Start off with Real Madrid.
No, listen, the last 20 minutes of Real Madrid has just been exactly the Real Madrid that was the resurrection of Real Madrid. Vini going out. If I see Mastantuano on this starting lineup again, the way I will go and I will hold Xavi Alonso in his throat. And I don't want to see that guy again in Real Madrid starting 11. Let him just go and sit down. You sit down. See, maybe people might argue that, oh, yeah, but it's just Kairat, whatever. But Rodrigo, see, the guy still has something in him. And we need to see him more. I feel like we're not giving him time. Or we're not giving him the grace of, okay, yeah, you've had a very bad couple of, let's say, the end of last season or whatever, Club World Cup. But it doesn't mean that you would forget how technically good this guy is. He could have probably even scored a goal. You can clearly see that apart from the assist and how much he was able to go through players, my man still has something in him that we need to see more. Brahim coming on, like this sub that Xavi Alonso did for us to see these players that we've not really seen their best in a long time. This thing was a game changer. They gave me the Real Madrid I've not seen in a long time. Maybe if we're able to see this kind of performance with Real Madrid facing top teams again, then you will be like, okay, Xavi Alonso might be seeing Real Madrid proper starting 11. But my own is, I don't want to see Mastantuono again. I don't want to see him again.
But you know that Rodrigo, when he came in for Vini, not Mastantuono.
No, I'm saying whether he came in, I'm not speaking about who he came in for. When what was it called? When Vini left, Mastantuono left, right? All I'm saying is, we want to see hits coming from both left and right. And I would always use Barcelona as an example. When you look at Lamine Yamal and Rafinha, these are two players that when they are playing, or even Rashford currently, when you see this hit coming from both angles, you would understand that these are teams that are ready to win. But when you see Mastantuono playing without using Google Maps, that's my biggest problem. And you are having, even Vini is not even playing to the high level that we know from Vini. So you will see that the strikers, the people who are doing the like Kylian Mbappe, he's suffering. And you will see that it's Arda Guler that keeps lining this opportunity for Kylian Mbappe to be giving us these goals. But we don't want to see it from just one person in midfield. We want to see the hit coming from all sides. That's what any team that wants to start winning trophies should be doing. Mastantuono is not doing it for me at all. This guy is a bench player. Like, he should be coming in at like 79, 80 minutes. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I feel like, pride. As a coach, if this is the player you're the one who's made this decision to have him in your club, you're not willing to just let it go that it's not working. And we've seen that with a lot of managers. They want to play the players they've brought on and the system that they want. But in a situation like this, I think you mentioned it against Marseille, and then today, he's really making a good case for himself. He was the spark. Real Madrid were playing free-flowing football, and it just made sense. It was fun to watch the last 20 minutes of this game, and the subs made all the difference. Camavinga came in as well. He did a really good job. You got that right. Nouha spot on with the changes. Bellingham did not see him once, but yeah, he's still coming back from the injury. But overall, the game was...
With Rodrigo, he was also playing on his natural left side, so I think that made a big difference. He was comfortable. He looked happy. He was, like you mentioned, free-flowing football for him. So maybe we'll see Xabi Alonso starting.
I did see Jude having the ball. I just saw him lose the ball a lot. So.
Sorry, today? Here?
Yeah, here.
No.
Did we watch the same game, Clinton?
I saw him lose the ball once, but listen.
In 10 minutes.
But listen.
He's just come on.
No, he's just come on. Like, I even saw him do some key passes. Even, I think he gave
Brahim
one really
also
critical
just
pass
came on and scored a goal, but who's comparing the two?
But I still would never give up on Jude Bellingham. It's just the same way we are speaking about Rodrigo and not having, having ups and downs. Like, who is Jude Bellingham?
Rodrigo was the best substitution. Camavinga was the second best substitution made. And Jude Bellingham, obviously, let's give him a lot of grace. He is coming from a surgery rest. He should be resting right now. So I don't expect much from Jude Bellingham. I just think Arda Guler not finishing these matches is such a shame because he is that guy for that midfield currently. When Jude Bellingham is going to be back in full form, Jude Bellingham is going to get that position back. But for now, I feel like Arda Guler should at least finish these games.
For me, when you think about games and like they took him off at 3-0. yeah, and knowing how important it is to the team, any coach will be sensible enough to say, bro, I need to reserve you for important. I mean, there's La Liga where Barcelona are not topping. Why would you want to keep him on to play what? This is 3-0. What else are they fighting for? Give other players who have not really seen time to come get their fitness back. The likes of Jude Bellingham, you know, the like even Brahim. Brahim has come on and he's even delivered a goal. We have seen even a Rodrigo giving us almost a 9/10 performance again. Like if you're comfortably winning at this kind of game, this is where we need to be seeing this guy coming in to gain fitness again.
So
Just a quick one, like just to, before I forget some of the things that I had to say in respect to Mastantuono. Let me start from Mastantuono, first of all. Isn't it like a case of he just joined the team and should be given like a little bit more time? Because these players that we're talking about, and we're referring him to the Rodrigo and all of that, these are players that have been in the Real Madrid setup. They understand the system. Yes, Alonso is a new coach for the side, but they're used to playing with each other, these other players. So perhaps we're being a little bit too harsh on Mastantuono. And maybe we should give him a little bit more time to blend with the team. Yes, I agree that Rodrigo should be given more playing time since he has decided to stay with the team. He didn't make that transfer. The move was not possible. But also, I also feel like Mastantuono should also be given time. Like, we shouldn't judge him too quickly. If it continues like this into January, then we could make a case that, okay, perhaps somebody else. At the end of the day, you still need all of these players playing because of all fronts that they are competing in, they need all the players to be playing. And you see the changes that he made today. Asensio is not his preferred option usually, but you saw him in the right-back position. You also see the case of Frank Garcia getting back into... Yeah, but even apart from David Alaba also back into the setup, you also want to rotate to an extent.
It's because of injury you're seeing these players, you know.
See,
like, he's not doing it because...
But
if
that's
you had...
her point.
No,
her point
no,
is
against
people will get
Kairat also, I feel like...
What I'm saying is he didn't have any option. You are saying it as if there was so many options and he chose to start them. There was no option.
there was no option.
There was no option,
No,
for real.
I'm saying that even if some of those options were, these are games that you should expect to play in your second, you feel your second side.
I said it from
Do you
the start
understand?
of the show, right?
Because you against the Kairat, you expect to win. Then when you come up against teams that will trouble you, then you bring up the big guns. But I'm talking about the issue of rotation is very important. So I feel like even the Rodrigo, the Mastantuono, it might even later not even prove enough depth for this team when we get into the crux of the matter by January when things become really difficult. Even these players that you're talking, they're going to get a lot of playing time and it won't even be sufficient enough for them. And on the issue of Jude Bellingham, I don't even think that Jude Bellingham getting back into full fitness is going to relegate Arda Guler to the bench, honestly.
Yeah.
I just feel like he will play a more deeper position in that midfield.
Yeah.
I see Arda Guler to do the more creative.
Then who do you see?
You know,
Then who do you see on the bench? Because
To allow Arda to do more creative, like a playmaker up front, just behind the striker, creating things. I don't think he's going to be relegated
but
to the
then
bench.
who's leaving that midfield? Because Camavinga is also back. Chouameni is really good at his
When has
position.
Camavinga been? It's not
Chouameni
like
has
he's
been
a-
horrible this
Yeah,
season,
he's
though.
been
I
very
think-
bad.
But
And
he is-
Camavinga is not the man that
Aside
you
from
want to
Kylian,
trust.
he is the one starter. Xabi Alonso is starting him no matter.
Yeah, but he hasn't been playing well for you guys. So I'm thinking, like, if you have the likes of a Guler and a Bellingham,
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel
And then
like
you add them
Fed is
Federico
also not
Valverde.
playing. I don't know.
If he's not playing with, then it's either like I just feel like there's so much room, that he can rotate these players in such a way that it depends on him. It's a good problem to have. But Arda Guler is not going to any bench. He's not being relegated. He's been good. He's been phenomenal for this side. Why would you want to take him out when he's already working? You're building a system already, and it's working. It's tweaking. Why would you want to take somebody out of the setup? Then you begin to orchestrate something entirely new. So I feel like when Jude Bellingham was in Borussia Dortmund, he also played a more deeper role. When he was the captain of Borussia Dortmund, he was playing a more deeper role. He was like an end-to-end midfielder. Who says he cannot do that at Real Madrid? So I don't think taking Arda Guler out.
I mean, I also don't think, that's not what I said. I never said that Jude Bellingham coming back is going to bench Arda Guler. I just think that Arda Guler could have finished this game. That's all I said. I don't think Jude Bellingham, I would have, and I said it at the start of the show, that I would have rested Jude Bellingham the entire match, just because even when he came back on a 3-0 score. So for me, it wouldn't have added anything to have him back anyway. So why not rest a guy that needs that rest after that surgery?
I don't think Bellingham needs some kind of rest.
He needs more playing time. He needs
more-
to get
that's what I
match
think.
fitness. And what better way than to do it in games like this?
Yes.
Because if you're coming back from injury, you're not fully fit. You need, more
And then the
playing
last
time
5
to get back to
minutes,
full fitness.
Okay, then let's follow your ideas. Then why only 5 minutes of the game?
Because you need to get him back running on the pitch in the real atmosphere of the game. Do you understand? He needs gradually, you ease him into the setup. He doesn't just come back from injury. Or the only time you introduce him fully back from injury is when there is no other option at all. But this one, there are other options. And again, you're already leading. Why do you need to? So all you just need is a little bit of playing time to just ease him gradually into the game. Even in the next game, I don't even see him playing full time. He could come in like 20 minutes, maybe a second half, and gradually you ease him. Otherwise, he goes back into injury. And also, he puts your team
I would rather
in a
start him
precarious
in
position.
a La Liga fixture against a smaller team than in a Champions League fixture.
Against Kairat.
Angel, sorry, there's something that Clinton mentioned to me that made me start seeing Masantuono a bit differently. And I want you to
You're
also
taking
start...
Clinton's word for
No,
it?
I want you to also start paying attention, because as soon as he said it, I started paying attention. And it was like,
Since he's
he
coming-
doesn't have like that footballing brain. Like he's not thinking
Who doesn't
of
have the footballing
like
brain?
he's not thinking like the next steps. The way he's been playing
Masantuono.
for Real Madrid, it's like he gets the ball, and it's like in that instant is when he's now trying to decide like, okay, now I have the ball, okay, now I'll pass, now I'll, like, he's not thinking like,
He's
you
not two
think like
steps ahead.
Guler, as soon as he passed the ball, he got the ball from Rodrigo, he knew
He
exactly.
knows.
has
He
the
already
vision.
knows. See, before
He
the
had
ball comes
vision,
to
yeah.
Guler, right? He knows what he wants to do with the ball. Masantuono is the ball comes in.
He's
Boom,
like,
he
oh,
pushes
which are
it
my
like he doesn't
chances?
know what, like he's just running. Do you understand? And for
Honestly.
me, and listen, and Angel, I know you mentioned that, yeah, he needs time to settle into the team, right?
Yeah.
My argument is, I'm not saying he shouldn't play. I remember I said, for me, he's a player, especially somebody who's joining a new team, yeah? All this time we've been watching Madrid, a lot of us have not been convinced.
Yeah.
I'm saying he might be very talented, but he shouldn't be part of this starting 11,
starting
especially playing really important games. Bring him in at like 75 minutes or something, right? And then maybe he will be using this 25 minutes, 20 minutes to a kind of what, and there's nothing as good as sitting on the bench and watching how things work, understanding the team, understanding how things, I mean, look at these changes we've just seen. Rodrigo and Brahim, these are guys that have played with this team for a long time.
And do you honestly think Franco Masantuono is more talented than Brahim?
The thing is, Brahim is inconsistency. That is the problem with Brahim. Brahim is not a person that you can go to sleep and know that every week in, week out, he's going to deliver on that right hand. And that's why he has not cemented his spot in that wing.
I actually
Do you understand?
disagree with that. Do you know why? Because what I believe they've done with Brahim in this Real Madrid setup is they've not made him a regular starter. Why? Because there's never been any opportunity where Brahim can be better than anybody. For me, Brahim, see, in all
They
sincerity,
don't hand you
I
over
would-
anything in
but-
football. You
but-
get your little opportunity and then
No,
you take
but
it.
there are some players that are
Nobody's
doing
gonna
better.
hand you.
Sarah, there are players who do better when they start off from the bench. If you start them, say,
His
come
name is
start.
Ferran
Trossard.
Torres.
There are some, in fact, I can even mention, listen, at some point, Leandro Trossard for
Yeah,
Arsenal.
Trossard.
This was the
Gabriel
kind of player.
Martinelli.
Do you understand? There are players that no matter what you do, start them. They
Solskjaer.
will be rubbish. Bring them from the bench. At some point, this was even, I don't know if okay, maybe that's
Can I read some comments?
Sorry.
Yeah,
Okay.
please.
Greetings to all you in the studio. Please tell that my Nigerian brother to take it easy. What Real Madrid 5 goals advantage in this match is called initial gragra. If they survive against FC Barcelona, then I would know they have to bounce back. RF FC Barcelona. Williams Jackson's from Uyo Akwa, Ibom State, Nigeria.
Oh, typical Nigerian, actually.
Madrid is unstoppable. We are taking the Champions League. Big fan from Botswana, Charlie. Umar Aliyu from Nigeria. Madrid fans don't have shame. Look at how Clinton is celebrating after all the robbery. LMFAO. Atletico Madrid shouldn't be deceived by their win against Madrid. Frankfurt is a stubborn side. If they don't take care, this team will demolish them. And that is from Caches from Ghana. All right. Well, Angel, we have some other games coming up.
Yeah.
I'd like to see your predictions because we haven't gotten to them yet.
predictions.
Well, we'll see how they go because I'm sure 2 of them have already come and gone. Well, at least one of them have. But as a friendly reminder, coming up, Well, 3-1. So I think 4 of us had 3-1 to Real
Yeah.
Madrid. So
Yeah.
no worries there. You've gone for a 2-1 Atleti
Same
win.
as me.
Okay. You've gone for a 2-1 win to Chelsea.
Have you
Yes.
heard the starting lineup?
Yeah, that was before I saw the starting lineup.
One more time. Tyreek George as your
It
striker.
was, I said it in the morning. It was before I saw the start at Chelsea.
Chelsea.
But, yeah. But it can still.
Didn't you have Chelsea winning too?
Actually did.
Yeah. And Nouha.
But then again,
I
I didn't.
did.
Like I said, I didn't see the starting.
But
lineup.
They're not aware
I
of
didn't see the starting.
We
lineup.
know
who Chelsea is playing.
No,
They're
we
playing
just saw the
Benfica, who has been having as terrible of a start as Chelsea. And
But it's
of course they have
Mourinho.
Mourinho, but it's only but he hasn't had a lot of time with them.
New manager bounce.
Yeah,
No
manager,
Stamford
yeah.
Bridge.
And then actually they've been doing well under him. 3 games they have played now.
If
Under
Chelsea
him. And
loses
then
this
he's
game, should
won
they be
2.
sacking
Yeah,
him?
I
Maresca.
wonder, like, managers, because you know it's like you're going to see your ex. So I'm wondering, like how they're like looking at each
analogy.
other. Like,
go.
oh no,
How often do you go see your exes, man? No, because the way you said it is like. No,
What?
and it's like my
I also know the
ex.
characteristics
No,
of
my
it.
ex is not looking good. You know when Mourinho is coming to Chelsea, like, oh, if she's